join us in honoring America and those who protect our freedom with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a tremendous weekend to this point here in North Texas at the Dallas Jesuit Sheaner Relays.
We welcome you in to today's broadcast of the 61st Annual Jesuit Dallas Sheaner Relays here at Ranger Stadium. Hello everybody, Brian Henry here with coaches Josh Allen and Michael Lee. After a thrilling night of 3,200 distance action last night, carried over into some fast runs and prelims, some record-breaking event totals and jumps in the field events this morning led us to what appears to be a very fast and exciting final session here in Dallas, guys. What do you see that gets you excited about this afternoon?
Warmer weather. I think the kids are going to do much better this afternoon having warmer weather. It's a little breezy this morning. A little humidity's up. And I think with the flag down, not like this morning, I think they're going to have a great afternoon in track and field.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's got some fast sprints ahead and got some stacked distance fields. Good relays. This is the best high school track meet around.
Amen to that.
Well, just to set the scene, we will the first events we'll be showing are the 4x100 relay, followed by an 800 meters, 100 meter hurdles, 110 hurdles, the 100 meter dash, the 4x2 meter relay, the 400 meter dash, the 300 hurdles, a 200 dash. We'll run the final section of the mile and finish it with the mile relay.
Lane 2 will have Kobe Branch lead off.
So we have over 120 schools participating, which is a record number here in the 61st edition.
Dallas Skyline will be running.
The girls 4x1 relay will be up first. And the meet record is 45:26 by DeSoto, Giera Griffin, Jayla Hollis, Taylor Armstrong, and Rosie Effiong. Rosie just got back from the World Championships with a gold medal in the 4x4 after she finished up her tenure at Arkansas, so I'm excited for Rosie.
Had so many talented athletes in this area. It's amazing to see what they go on and do.
For the Bulldogs, coached by Jessica Richards. And then lane 8 will be Cedar Hill with Haley Richardson on the leadoff, followed by John Taylor, Zariah Turknet, and Marley Rogers. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your lineup for the high school girls 4x100 meter relay as we get ready to see their talents on display here.
And of course, the area leader in the ladies is the ladies from Lancaster. So we'll see what they do today. the wind's down a little bit, and it should have a fast 4x1 today.
Well, Lancaster will be running out of lane 4 after that seed time of 43.77. Duncanville in lane 5 going to see if they can challenge. As we continue with some opening ceremonies activities here and some setting of the scene, letting the athletes enjoy this experience as they divide the meet into sort of 3 categories. There is all girls competition that is essentially an invite only category, and then we have the 6A boys division, and then the 5A and under boys division. Schools from across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, obviously, but schools from other parts of Texas. We've got schools from Oklahoma and Louisiana that have sent athletes here to compete. And I mean, this is a USA track and field type meet, so it's a way that you want to be able to put your athletes out there against the best athletes in the area.
And we should see a new meet record today if everything goes as planned.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. You got two teams with seed times faster than the record.
Exactly, and that was in 2019, pre-COVID.
And obviously, first event being a relay, what part of the relay do you consider where do you want your strongest runners? What is the exchange truly the most important part of any relay?
I think the exchange is incredibly important. But getting the stick around, sometimes it's not the fastest person on the track, but it's the person who can get the stick and get it in not slowing the baton down. And my fastest guy was with second. I like my guy second guy, and the next fastest to be anchor. And it's always interesting to find some kids can run the curve better than other kids. So you've got to, it's really putting the pieces of the puzzle together is very important in a good 4x1 relay. I know in college they don't get double points like in high school. So in college they even have 400 meter guys on there because they don't really necessarily start well, but they finish great.
March 7th. And the national record for high school girls 4x100 meter relay held by DeSoto. That mark coming in 2019 of 44:44. Duncanville will be coming out of lane 5, Mansfield Lakeview out of lane 6, McKinney North out of lane 7, and Cedar Hill out of lane 8. Mr. Starter, you and your staff are doing a tremendous job, and they're all yours.
So 45:26 is the time to beat. As we said, DeSoto set that 7 years ago in 2019.
Got white flags at all 3 exchanges. There we go.
Lancaster in lane 4. That's the team to look at. And Duncanville in lane 5.
Duncanville's moving.
High school girls 4x100 meter relay.
And they got stick. Duncanville is leading. And here comes Lancaster's second leg.
Lancaster running there in lane 4. Your national leader.
Great stick exchanges by the ladies. Ooh, and on the inside is Lancaster having a slight edge.
Duncanville.
Good sticks. And Lancaster is not slowing it down.
Your national leading high school
Lancaster 1, Andy. Duncanville 2.
28, their previous best.
And the time is a new meet record, 44.14. Even second place, 44.76 would have been a meet record as well. So
by over a second.
You guys said it. This was going to be a fast race, and it was.
Fabulous 46.29.
Just imagine if it was warmer, Coach.
It's still a little chilly out there in the low 60s.
Improving on that national leading time.
But the flag over there, the United States flag, has dropped down, and it's not much of a breeze going, which is great for the kids.
At other meets, but Congratulations to the Tigers.
Next up is the 5A boys.
The 5A boys.
4x100 meter.
Teams.
The area leader right now is Red Oak in all divisions at 40.68. They had some issues this morning with stick exchanges, but I think they're going to fix that this afternoon, so it'll be interesting to watch. The team at Mansfield Timberview, Tristan Shaw, Kobe Smith, Cliff Wynn, and Dalen Hill had a qualifying 41.90 to make the finals and have the preferred lane 4.
Heat record 41.08. Might be in jeopardy. We'll see.
41.08. That's a good time by Lancaster.
42.56. And McKinney North advancing to the finals this afternoon with a 42.64. They're in lane 8.
It seems interesting ever since Humble Atascocita ran their nice little 38 and change.
It's incredible.
It's incredible how fast it's going to be. And that was on a rice track, which a friend of mine, Doc Patton, called a sponge track because it's more for distance runners. It gives you a little grip, you know. And so he thought it was. And I said, well, for a sponge track, they really did well. You know,
not bad.
Yeah. All right. Gun is up.
Red Oak in 3, Timberview in 4, Anna in 5, and Heritage in 6.
And 5A boys, 4x100 meter are off. Red Oak in lane 3 at 42.17. Timberview
lane 4, Anna out real fast.
Anna at 42.17
Timberview.
in lane 5. And look at this action on the track.
Looking sharp. Great stick exchanges.
Timberview out well in lane 4. Red Oak in 3. Anna in the mix in lane 5.
Ooh.
Look at Red Oak.
And Dylan McGee is coming on for Red Oak. It looks like Red Oak's going to take it at the line.
Wow. What a finish.
Dylan did not qualify in the 100 meter in a 10.97. Did not qualify, but he had a great finish in the 4x100 meter relay to give Red Oak the win.
0.4 of a second off of the meet record of 41.04 and 0.11 of a second win over Timberview.
41.04. And that should be a new meet record.
Was it 41.04?
He said 41.04, right?
New
It's
meet record.
41.08.
Yeah.
They'll be running out of lane 1
Unless
with
that's
42.12. Mansfield will be
41.08
through with a 42.04.
0.4 of a second.
0.04 of a second.
400.
Gosh.
Hundreds count track and field.
Yeah, they do.
Qualified with a 41.18. They're in lane 4. Houston Lamar, 41.49 qualifying time to get them in lane 5.
Well, the 6A record's a little quicker.
Yeah,
40.54.
Yeah, for kids from DeSoto.
Will be coming out of lane 7, qualified with a 42.09. And in lane 8, North Forney, qualifying with a 42.17. Haskell, the Texas leader in 6A boys, having run 40.36 at the mogul
the 6A boys,
we'll see if that time stands up.
Here are your lane assignments and your qualifying times from prelims this
National
morning.
Leader, Servite, California at 40.05.
3 teams going sub
National
42.
By Humble Atascocita 38.92.
And another 3 at 42.12 and below. So I don't know how you pick a favorite in this one. I mean, Lake Ridge has pretty substantial margin there, but anything can happen. Those exchanges.
Exactly right.
Here we go.
And 6A boys are off. Rock Hill
Host
in 3.
team Dallas
Mansfield
Jesuit
Lakeview
in
4.
lane 1.
Houston Lamar in 5. Prosper
First exchange looks fastest. Looks
in
like it
lane
went to
6.
Byron Nelson in lane 7.
They had a good preliminary time.
Watch the exchanges.
Oh, they're out there.
Yeah, they're moving.
The outside, Nelson in 7, North Forney in 8.
And it's close. It's close all
Here
the way
comes
down
down the ankle.
North Forney.
100-meter stretch. Watch this last 50. It's
And
going
then
to be
we catch
100
him.
on the outside.
And this is so close.
Photo finish.
North Forney.
Did Lake Ridge catch him at the line?
It'll be close.
Looks like North Forney. It's going to be a dead heat. 41-39 for both North Forney and Lake Ridge.
And a new meet record as well. No, it's not a meet record. I take that back. 41-39.
As you see the 5A boys finals from a moment ago, their final times.
And what a great way to get the afternoon going under our belts, and we'll turn our direction now to the girls' 800-meter run.
Rock Hill 3rd, Mansfield 4th, Jesuit Dallas in 5th.
List of participants: Hip 18, Talia Orschelak from Lovejoy, Tori Cartwright from Louisville Hebron, Addison Miner from Northwest Eaton, Jenna Jacobson from Midlothian Heritage, Akeisha Theroux, Jordan Brown, Maya Sharif, Savannah McDonald, Presley Andress,
we'll see if
Zoe
the
Manis, Kennedy Card, Samantha Ivy,
photo
Georgia
finish comes
Kiesinger,
through
Kaylee
on us,
Hornet,
or how they're going to
Sophia
process
Belcher,
that.
Aaliyah Williams, Abby Walker.
It'll be
and
about
the standout
thousandths of
from
a second.
Wiley East, the sophomore Evangeline
And
Williams.
they'll get
She's
exactly the.
clocked
Oh, yeah.
They'll get it down.
2:12 personal best in the 800. She's gone 4:43 for her
And Josh, you're up
1600
next. The
meters.
800
Yeah, let's
meters. This
go.
is your baby.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This is
her first foray into
George
Texas
Lookenhouse
track and
called.
field.
This is the men's race.
So we welcome Miss
Yeah, this
Williams
is
men.
this is to me this is the toughest race in track and field.
I agree.
Well, we have 18 entrants
Area
here
leader.
in the
Ariel Simpson from Euless Trinity.
In the
with
girls'
time at
800.
2:12. Texas leader Addison Bristow from
We have
Canyon
8 of the
at
top
2:09. That ran at the
15
Texas
girls in the
Distance
area
Festival.
in this race. This should be pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
National leader for the high school girls 800, Aurora Peterson from Del Solar, Bradenton, Florida at 2:08.
What's up, man? How you doing?
And the national record held by Juliet Whitaker, Catonsville, Maryland at 1:59.04. That sat 4 years ago. Girls 800-meter run, section 2, scheduled for a 2:45 start. We're just moments away.
Bringing the ladies onto the track. Looks like the top seed time from Wiley East, Evangeline Williams with 2:12.70. Got homeschool, HSAA got a homeschool girl with the second fastest time, 2:13.35 from Abby Walker. And then your third fastest time, Aaliyah Williams from White Settlement Brewer with
Incidentally, while the 800 is
2:14.89.
getting ready, looking at our records, that mark by Lancaster is a new national
Williams finished second
4x100
last night
record
in the
for high school
3200.
girls. So once again, congratulations to Lancaster. Way to get us going on a good start.
7th place finisher
Now
at
the
state last
800
year.
meter run for girls.
She was the top qualifier. It's in her first year at Wiley East. Family moved in from California over the summer. Here we go. What strategy in the 800? I mean, do you believe in going out fast and making everybody catch you, or do you want?
Oh man, this is it's a paced sprint. You know, it's long enough that you can make a mistake, but it's short enough that you can't really correct it. And it hurts. It hurts the whole time.
Is this the longest sprint in the track lineup?
Yeah, I think after this, after it gets longer than this, we don't call them sprints anymore.
Although last night in the 3200, it looked like in the boys' races, those were 8 laps of sprinting.
With that clocking of 2:12. And that's Samantha Ivy from Frisco Wakeland out with the early lead. As Ivy's going to bring the pack through the 400 at 63.64 seconds.
Samantha Ivy from Wakeland out in front was
Yeah, it
leader
looks
through
like
400.
Ivy's the leader. Presley Andress from Ursuline Academies in second. And
So that's
Sophia
Presley
Belcher
Andress.
from
Dallas
Grapevine
Ursuline
Faith
hit
Christian
number
in
10,
third.
hit number 8 right on her heels. Kennedy Card from Rockwall. Presley Andress.
And it's
Kennedy
now
Card from Rockwall out front now. Got two breaking away from the field.
200 to a two-person race here as we hit our final 200.
Kennedy Card. Presley Andress.
What a move.
Andress from Ursuline trying to hold her off.
What a kick.
On the outside being challenged, but this is Presley
Andress.
Andress.
Does she have
Dallas
enough in her
Ursuline.
kick? And it looks like she
Hit number
does.
10 will take the win. Aaliyah Williams at White Settlement finishing up second.
Andress in
2:12.96, so that's
2:12.96.
going to be a new challenge for your area
Aaliyah
leader.
Williams,
So congratulations.
2:13.28.
Presley Andress, Dallas Ursuline, the senior.
And Kennedy Card from Rockwall third in 2:13.
And we now make our way for the 5A boys. 5A, 6A combined. 800 meter.
So at about the 500 mark, Andress decided to try to break away from the pack. It turned into a two-person race and then a three-person race, but she played it smart and did what she needed to do to win.
And 6A boys, 800. Your Texas leader, Maddox Davis from Katy at 152.26. National leader, Hugh Hayer from McClatchy, California at 150.83. National record for the high school boys, Michael Granville, 146. For a high school only meet, Cooper Lutkenhouse, so just in Northwest, having run that 142, but that included pro athletes as well.
Oh, wow. That's quicker than any of the seed times for sure.
Oh, are you doing that still? Nice.
Sun's starting to peek out. We might get some
So
quicker
now-
times here.
Now the boys 800 meter combined 6A, 5A set for their final instructions.
I know the meet champion record.
You know that guy?
I know that guy just a little bit.
We got a world champion coach with us here now. He may have some good insight on this race.
Oh man, I'm just happy to be in here with you guys. I'm gonna pick though, stay with our district, so I'm gonna pick Liam Bankston to take care of business.
The Northwest kid?
Yes,
Northwest
sir.
Nelson.
Northwest Nelson.
And get ready, this is
Got
going to be a
good
good one.
coaches.
Your top 4 to
Coach
5
Grenier,
athletes
Coach
all clocking
Benton
in
over
at the
there.
152, 153
Ooh,
range.
they're getting out fast. It's nice.
Led by Liam Bingston from Northwest Nelson at 152. Andrew
start.
Thompson is clocked at
Wow.
152
They're
from Lake
moving.
Highlands. Jaden Washington from Red Oak. The
Yeah,
senior,
Nelson
is
kid
clocked
looks
at
smooth.
152. So some speed on
Is
the
that Red
track.
Oak up there with them too?
Here in
Yes.
the boys,
I can't see the hip
800 as they
number
come
on.
through there. 200
Ooh,
and
they're getting out.
24,
Yeah, they are.
25 seconds.
25.
A lot of these athletes looking to crack that 150-minute
It's
barrier.
already stringing out there a little bit in the front, but there'll be some opportunity there, probably
Okay.
5th, 6th spots if they plan this right. That kid in front looks really good from Red Oak. Looks smooth.
And coming through the 400 at 52:53 seconds.
52:53. Some strong moves in that second pack.
Here come the distance kids.
That's Jaden Washington
Not
from Red
yet.
Oak.
Oh, yeah. 2 looks good, too. Really.
Washington being trapped by Chase Anderson.
Someone's got to move in this 3-4-5 if they want
So
to chance.
Chance Anderson from Heath. That's a freshman.
Nice.
In second there. 120 at the 600.
Yeah, it looks like 120, 121. Good, they're moving.
Oh, here comes the Byron kid.
Yep, I would say if he close. 110,
Ooh,
120,
they
someone
could finish
move.
here.
There's, what, 6, 7 of them all in the mix. So there he goes. Come on, come on, come on.
Look at the freshman.
Come on.
Challenge on the outside.
Come on. Oh, nice.
Wow.
Nice finish.
Chance Anderson from Rockwall Heath. What a race
freshman?
by the freshman.
152.89.
Nice.
Bankston in second, 153.08.
Charge down the home stretch.
Pretty quick.
Yeah. It was deep. And then what had him come through 53, so.
Michael McCarth from Prosper, Jaden Washington, Red Oak, third and fourth.
That was a great run. Would you say freshman from Heath is where he was?
Yeah.
That was great.
Great job there with those times for you.
Not a lot of freshmen run that fast.
No.
But some do.
Some do. Some do.
Some run a lot faster than that.
Yeah. I was going to say, I feel like the 800 has been getting way faster year by year. We give Cooper a hard time when we talk about how he's kind of opened up the possibility to all these people. You know, you think back to Roger Bannister and things with a break in the 4-minute mile and how many people then did it afterwards. It's kind of that same thing at the high school level. You know, Cooper, not that he's the first one to break 150 or anything, but broke it and then kept going, obviously further and further. And now I feel like you just look around, there's so many people just crushing that 800 right now. I mean, there was an 8th grade kid, I want to say from Hillwood the other day at the middle school meet, ran 155. Gosh. 8th grade. So they're definitely getting faster and stronger. That's for sure.
Pretty incredible.
Absolutely. Well, Josh, what'd you run when you were pretty stud in the 800?
Yeah.
Come on.
I think it was like 152.78, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah.
It's like 10 seconds slower than Cooper.
No,
you know,
but back then, because that was like, what, 1960s or 70s? Y'all
it's
were
2000.
Y'all were running with like nails in your shoe.
He's still in the record book and on the distance medley team back in 2000. So
you're still on the record book.
So
I like that.
Coach Rob there too.
Coach Robinson and
yes, 100%. I say, and then you went to Texas Tech too.
I did.
Yeah, so you had a
Guns
great
up, baby.
career, man. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier. We were talking about Jonathan Johnson and how I didn't know that record would ever be broken. The state record, and you know he was at Tech too, and like you said, just these kids are so fast now, and no record's safe.
Oh,
you know?
no, 100%. And I get, like, they talk about the technology of the shoes or technology of different things. I'm sure it's playing some part. I also just think the overall impact of people being able to train and have knowledge about training at a different level has really upped the game on everyone, too, right? There's so much information out there where I feel like, I don't know how it was for you, but, like, when I was in high school, we took the summer off.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't train in the summer.
There's no off days now.
Yeah, 100%. They train at a whole different level, which is fun to watch those results. All right, I'll hand it back over to you for the sprints. I know you're up. Good to talk to y'all.
We've got the 100-meter hurdles for the girls category. They are getting their blocks set as they need. Just looking at the record.
And in the 5A boys, 4x1. In third place,
Alexis Duncan from DeSoto, 13:34.
Yeah, she also has a state record in Class 6A.
That is
16,
and your
13:33,
champion,
I
the
believe.
team from
I
Red
don't
Oak.
think anyone can touch
That
that
was from
today.
2016.
Lowest qualifying prelim time was a 13:86 from Reagan Williams
Galen Johnson, Jalen Ford, and Dylan
from
McGee.
Timber Creek. So we'll see if her or
And
Christian
6A
Coleman
boys,
from Duncanville, who won a
4x1
13:88.
In third place,
which
Rock
one of
Hill
them wants
with a
to
time
break
of
away from the pack, or
41:56.
if a
In second
surprise
place,
comes to us.
Mansfield Lake Ridge at 41:39. And your champions from Forney clocking a 41:39. I'm sorry, North Forney at 41:39.
Running from the north to the south on the far end of the track.
The ladies 100-meter hurdles. In lane 1 is Kelsey Horace of Garland Lake. In lane 2 is Amelia Fair of, Sydney Smith of Princeton, pardon me. In lane 3 is Amelia Fair of Frisco Heritage. In lane 4, top qualifying time of 13:86, is Reagan Williams of Mansfield Timberview.
And our participants in 100-meter hurdles
Wriston Cole is in lane 5 from Duncanville. Caitlin Tron, lane 6 of Plano East.
Kelsey
in
Horace
lane
from
7,
Garland Lakeview, she qualified with a
Chiora
14:53 in lane 1. Sydney Smith from
Okebo
Princeton
from Sunnyvale,
qualified at
and in lane 8,
14:22.
Aaliyah Williams
Amelia
from
Fair,
Duncanville.
Frisco Heritage qualified at 14:05. Reagan Williams, Mansfield Timberview at 13:86.
We got to be fearless to be a
Christian
hurdler.
Coleman in Duncanville at 13:88. Caitlin
You really
Tran
do.
from Plano East.
You got to
at
set up to that first hurdler. There's been
14:19.
some great hurdlers
Chiora in
that
Miana,
have eaten it on
Okebo
the
from
hurdles, and
Sunnyvale
really
at 14:29.
Lolo
and Aria
Jones, for
Gooden
example.
Oh, yeah.
from Duncanville,
Yeah.
the
Lolo
junior
was a heck of a
qualifying
hurdler
in
at one
at
time.
14:69.
Gail Devers.
She'll be there
Gail
in lane
Devers.
8.
She was on pace to shatter the world record.
And even Anna Hall in the heptathlon, when she tripped over a hurdle and broke her ankle and she had screws in it, is still affecting her long jump in the heptathlon. Because that's the foot she jumps off of.
Here we go.
Guns up. In the middle.
So high school girls, 100
Looks
meter
like
hurdles,
Coleman in
off
lane
and
5
running,
from
and look at
Duncanville.
Kristen Coleman from Duncanville
Pulling away
qualified
and
in
making
at
it her race.
13:88. Running out of lane 5.
13.77, so 11 seconds fast. The point 11 faster than this morning, but the sophomore holds on to win.
A little warmer this afternoon. It's
Casey
not
Horace
wind
will
aided.
go
There's very little wind.
14:16, and Sydney Smith will go 14:28.
A .93 on the wind meter on that one. So yeah, very, very minimal affecting the
And
race.
finalists in the girls
Raise 'em up
800
too.
meter finishing in third from Rockwall.
Yep.
Kennedy
Move 'em
Clark
back.
with a time of
Isn't that terrible that they have to only
2:13:58.
raise
In second,
Good.
Aaliyah Williams
Have to
from
raise
White
'em.
Settlement Brewer.
Well, no, it's
Time of
what my deal is, my
2:13
complaint, if you will,
for
it's
the
not really a
senior,
complaint, it's
and
more
your
of an
champion
observation, is that the
from
girls run
Dallas
33
Ursuline
inch hurdles,
Academy
which
with
is
a time
awesome.
of 2:12.
But in
96.
college, where they run
Presley
33
Andress.
inches.
Yeah.
In the games, what do they run?
Looks like
33 inches.
we do have a determination that they gave North Forney the win by hundredths of a second in that
On the
boys
4x1.
4x1.
That was a photo finish. That was a
Pretty
good
darn
race.
good. And the boy, of course, the men, they run 39 inch hurdles, like you said. But in college, they go to
move up.
42.
Yeah. They move it up.
Yeah. See, I always think the women should go to 36 for the college and
Yeah.
professional level.
And then on your screen, you can see the finals of the girls 800 meter that we called a little bit ago.
And they've got the hurdles almost set up for the men for the 110s. They do have to move them. Their girls run the 100 meter hurdles, and the boys run the 110 meter hurdles, which if you've back an old cinder track back in the day, it's 120 yard highs.
Yeah.
And it's 15 yards the first hurdle.
That's
and
well,
10
that's the
yards
most
in between.
important one, right?
And that's the most important one. But it's, of course, we have to go now to 1372 meters, and in between each hurdles, 9.14 meters.
I've always felt like rhythm's everything.
It
in
is.
This race.
This is
Keep
a
your
huge.
steps. Yeah.
Getting through that first hurdle is crucial. If you can get in rhythm, a lot of guys, as they get through the third hurdle, really do well. And they're standing behind the blocks.
And there are the results on your screen from the boys 800.
The 5A boys, 110-meter hurdles. Jordan Tuttle in lane 1 out of Colleyville Heritage. In lane 2, William Story out of Aubrey High School. Lane 3 is Aaron Ashton Fletcher out of Prosper Walnut Grove. We have Kristen Kirkendall out of Crandall in lane 4. Jarvis Smith in lane 5 out of Mansfield Timberview. Colt Wallace, lane 6 out of Salina. Lane 7, Owen Tomlinson out of Frisco Independence. And Anthony Yantes out of Ferris in lane 8.
They are in the blocks.
How fast can you get that front leg down?
Looks like
get in
lane
the sprinting.
6, Wallace out of Salina, the early leader. Rather, Ashton Fletcher from Prosper in
Walnut Grove.
14-19.
One of the new high schools up there in Prosper. What was the time there?
The winning time is
13:77. Oh, wait.
14:19.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
Yeah, as we're showing on the screen,
The girls'
the
final.
100-meter girls from the last race.
They get 10 meters shorter.
Oh, yeah. They should be faster.
They should be faster, exactly.
Fletcher, after running a 14:67 this morning, runs a 14:19.
Much better.
I'm sure he will agree with you.
And it was interesting this morning, the wind went from 2.1 meters per second overage over the 2-point normal, allowable, I should say. In certain races that way this morning, but not this afternoon.
6A boys, 110 hurdles.
There are your 6A boys lane assignments. James Foster from Lancaster, Sullivan Riley from Richardson, Haggerty from Northwest Fire Nelson, Tyler Key from Berkner, Jet Jackson from John Paul II, Joaquin Molina from Waxahachie, Nick Foster from Mansfield, and then Jace Johnson from Allen.
One of the record holders here, Michael Smith from Abilene Cooper, the Baylor great, national champion at Baylor. One of the best hurdlers I've ever seen, that's for sure.
Robert Griffin III wasn't too bad.
He was not bad.
He's okay.
Again, this is the 6A boys final. Lane 1 at the bottom, lane 8 the far.
Clean start. Go.
He's out.
Lane 4, Tyler Key from Berkner just pulls away and leaving everybody.
Man.
Great race for him. Very impressive.
Key's time at 13.52.
Ooh, he was close to the record.
Just 0.03 of a second off of the 13.49. Set back in 98.
That's moving.
Mm-hmm.
Jet Jackson of JP2 in second at 14.06. tied with James Foster of Lancaster. And then in fourth, Ja'Cory Haggerty from Nelson, 14:09. So as they clear the hurdles to prepare for the 100-meter dash, we can take a look here at the girls' lane assignments for the 100-meter dash.
On the track will be
Top
the girls'
qualifier
100-meter dash.
in lane 4 at a time of 11.66 was Lily Perau from Lancaster, the senior. A couple of 11.8s on each side of her.
Little sophomore Zariah Bernard went state and won it in 5A last year.
Scheduled to
She's
be
in
going
lane
off
5.
at 3:10, so we've got a few minutes before we get underway here at the 100-meter dash. And once again, I want to extend my apologies
In Lancaster this year is Class 6A, but I believe they're going back
call.
down to
Got ahead of
5A
myself.
next.
Oh,
So that'll be interesting. In the track and field, where most coaches appreciate them going back down to 6A.
no doubt.
Oh my. DeSoto will be 5A next year, as well as Cedar Hill.
That's crazy.
And the field.
It's amazing all the different schools opening and all the changing classifications.
Exactly.
Never can't
It's
keep up.
that year. And Red Oak's going to 6A.
Sunmi Akinyeye from Frisco Heritage. She qualified in at 12:06. She'll be coming out of lane 1. Kennedy Jackson Miles from Duncanville, the sophomore,
As the
qualified in
Metroplex
at
keeps
11:97.
expanding.
She'll be coming out of lane 2. Caitlin Cavett,
And there are
Arlington
your
Martin. She qualified in at
final in
11:88 for the
5A
seniors out of lane 3.
110-meter
In lane
hurdles.
4, Lily Parrott qualified at 11:66 for Lancaster, the senior. Running out of lane 5, Zahira Bernard, sophomore from Red Oak, qualified at 11:86. In lane 6, Corinne Purnell, the senior for Frisco Emerson, qualified in at 11:94. Kennedy Branch running out of lane 7, senior from Melissa, qualified with a 12:05. And in lane 8, Tatiana
And then
Fuller,
in the 6A boys
senior
that
from
we just
Lancaster,
saw,
qualified at a
Tyler Key
12:08. That's your field.
run away with a
in the
half-second
girls'
victory in
100-meter
the
dash.
boys' 110 hurdles for 6A.
Awards for
Lily
the boys,
Period
800
from Lancaster has the
6A.
top time in the area at
In
11:25.
Michael McCart, the senior
Be
from
the one to
Prosper,
watch there.
running 1:53.33. In second
If
place, Liam
the pattern
Bengstrom,
holds, the warmer
senior for
temperatures here,
Northwest
I mean,
Nelson at
she could
1:53.08.
get close to
And your
matching that or going a
Shaner
little lower
champion in
from
the
her
boys
prelim time of
800, Chance
11:66.
Anderson in 6A.
They got 4 of the top
The
5
freshman
sprinters
from
in the area
Walpole
in this
Heath
race.
at 1:52.89.
It's going to be
That's
fast.
pretty good. It's going to be
Yeah.
fast and competitive.
Bernard from Red Oak in the gray uniform and the white headband.
And maroon.
And Lancaster just to her right, the bottom of in lane 4.
Good start.
She's out.
Yep.
Lancaster.
Yeah, Lancaster's good. Here comes Bernard, but I think it's going to be a little short for Bernard. But both of them have great times.
Let's see how close she got to her 11:25. 11:45 is her winning time.
Lancaster goes 11:45.
Bernard
Zara Bernard
11:61.
for Red Oak goes 11:61.
Both go lower than
Close
this
finish
morning.
There, Sunmi Akinyeye for Heritage.
As the spring
Frisco
warms up, we get
goes
back in those 80s. They'll
11:75
come
for
on
third.
down. And there's definitely very little wind. What do you have in the wind? 0.1 meters.
0.13, yeah.
0.1 meter per
on the-
second.
on the
Now
meter,
prepare
yeah.
for
The
high
readout
school
across the way.
5A boys 100 meter. Running in lane 1 from Dallas Highland Park to senior, Cannon Bozeman.
You know, I've
qualified
noticed
in
through the
at
years, coaches,
10:89. In
the
lane
elite
2,
sprinters the knee drive, just the amount of force they apply to the ground.
Absolutely.
Just see those knees get up.
Coach Robinson had a good talk about that about 10 years ago about what is speed, you know, stride length and stride frequency, and then now really it's a result of forces to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get the force to the ground. How much force can you bring? I was looking at with Clark, Dr. Clark at SMU Locomotion Lab, and how much pounds per square inch that they can put into the ground. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And that really, most people think you spend more time on the ground in the 100-meter, but no, you actually spend more time in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Because the force you put into the ground. So propels you down the track. And the way you develop that force is your knee or hip flexor and strength to come down, how fast you can come down. So it is becoming definitely a science.
No doubt.
As people get faster and faster.
Well, these next two races, the 5A and 6A 100-meter dash for the boys, both races, the prelim times from 1st to 8th, separated by just 0.34 of a second. So I don't know who to pick for these.
A lot of time. All right, boys.
4 and 5.
Looking good in lane 4 is right there in the middle.
Qualifiers into today's finals. Jaden Kennedy.
It's clean.
And in lane 5, it's Jaden Kennedy.
Fossil Ridge.
10.53, just 6/100ths of a second faster than Keontae Ross from Frisco Heritage.
The record holder in that event, DeBrian Blanton.
Not bad.
Forney. He was pretty good, wasn't he?
In Oklahoma, he was okay, right?
Yeah.
He was a center. Pretty darn good record.
So you see on your screen the girls' 100-meter dash. It was all Zariah Bernard from the get-go.
Okay, results
Number
in the
one
boys 5A
was
110-meter
Lily.
hurdles. In third,
From
yeah,
Lancaster.
From Crandall. He posted at 14:51. In second place, Jarvis Smith.
Tell you what, the 6A record that was set a year ago, 10:08, might not be in jeopardy today.
No, I don't
That's
think
pretty
that's
quick.
And that's going to be probably wind aided. I don't know if they put the wind on these, because these are.
In 6A hurdles.
That's an incredibly fast time.
In third place, James
That would be a
Foster
state
from
record.
Lancaster,
Well,
the
not now with
sophomore, going
after
14:06.
the kid out of
Jet Jackson, the senior
San
from Plato,
Antonio.
John Paul
992 is not
at
bad.
That's pretty good.
14:06.
Well, your
And
top two
champion,
qualifiers
Tyler
here in the
Key,
6A race,
Richardson Berkner,
both
the
from
senior,
Nelson.
clocks at 13:52.
Jaden Gillison, a senior in lane 4, and Mavian Hill, a junior in lane 5. But that's not to say one of the other 6.
And in the 6A, Prince Hobbs out of lane 1, DeMarcus
Exactly.
Mathis in lane 2,
There's the
Chase
Byron
Osborne
kid.
in lane 3, Jaden Gillison in 4, Mavian Hill in 5, Priest
Coach Benton knows
in
about
6,
ASR.
Adrian Irwin in 7, and Rashawn Engel
And it is
in
Hill
8.
in
And it's Mavian
10.54,
Hill at 10:54 from Northwest Nelson.
0.2 faster than this morning.
And from
I think the rest of it was pretty close to call. Javian Jones Priest in 10.74. Second, third, there's a three-way tie for second, third, and fourth at 10.74.
Dylan Grzinski from Frisco Wakeland at 1:54.49.
It's going to take some ironing out.
they're going to get down to thousandths of a second.
And your champion, Jaden Washington with Red Oak, the senior, going 1:53.40.
So we've got some medal ceremonies happening here. The 45-yard line.
Next on the track will be the 5A boys 4x200 meter relay. Lake Belton will be running out of lane 3 here. This is section 1 of 3. Lake Belton will be running out of lane 3. The Colony in lane 4. Dallas Highland Park in 5. And Fort Worth Dunbar will be running out of lane 6. 5A boys 4x200 meter relay, 3 sections.
So our next event is the 4x200 meter relay. They'll be running sections. They do not run prelims in the 4x2. So they'll run sections with the fastest times being given medals in heats depending on how they came in qualified and what they've run this year.
The sophomore from Red Oak at 11:61. And your champion, Lily
The
Perau,
first heat will have
senior
4
from
teams.
Lancaster at
Lake Belton in lane
11:45.
3, the Colony in lane 4, Highland Park in 5, and
Fort Worth Dunbar, it looks like.
Dunbar in lane 6.
So again, they'll be running sections. Usually you run heats to qualify for another round, but they won't be qualifying for anything after this. So second will be run by time.
.6A record held by DeSoto.
Of course.
What do you know? 124.93, and the 5A record held by Mansfield Legacy, 125.73. Same year, looks like.
There you go. That was a good group in 2018. Kennedy Harrison actually ran for Virginia Tech and did a great job on their 4x1. DeAndre McGraw went to Northwestern University. Donovan Smith went to Oral Roberts University, and Kevin Modesto went to Texas Tech.
Guns up, baby. Wreck 'em.
Originally. All those kids went in, got scholarships in track and field, which is awesome.
By 200 meters scheduled for a 3:20 start.
Medal winners enjoying their time atop the podium there, taking some group selfies.
In the 6A 100 meter dash for the boys, Jaden Gillison, the senior from Northwest Nelson, finishing with a 10:74 for third place. In second place,
and on the track in the first section is the 5A boys 4x200
and your
meter.
champion McCavian Hill, the junior from Northwest Nelson, clocking 10:54.
Okay.
Congratulations,
So Perau did set a
McCavian Hill.
meet record. There are adjusted 100 meter dash final runs and times on the screen.
I got 11:25 over here. Is that right? The record says it's 11:25.
From last year from Frisco Heritage.
So, as the competitors, the
Still fast.
first leg.
Yes, very fast. Any way you look at it.
They have their blocks ready.
Well, they better get used to Texas Relays. They won't let you run blocks in the 4x2 prelims.
Crazy. They herd them in there like cattle.
We ain't got time.
You have to make the finals to be able to use blocks.
Exactly. It's interesting also in these sprints, depending on how they came in, depending on what the coach wanted. Some kids they leave out early, and then they put them in this, one of their better 100, 200 meter people, they'll put them in this event. So if they may not want them to run a 4, they get a little speed work and do the 4x2.
Yeah.
So depends what the coach wants to do. See where they're at before district, see what they can make it to Austin, Texas.
It's all building to the end of the season.
It's all punching to Austin. If you don't get to Austin, it's kind of not what you're looking for.
Here we go.
And here's the guns off. And this is because it's a 4-turn stagger. You really got to look for the handoffs to give you an idea of who's handing off first, to give you an idea who's ahead.
Just in the 4x200 meter division, Duncanville, your area leader at 125.44. The
Way
Texas
up in the
leader,
curve.
El Paso Franklin, at
Colony in lane 4.
124.39.
Highland Park in 5, and Dunbar.
Oh, got drop stick.
Drop stick, had to go over to get it. As long as he didn't gain an advantage and impede the progress of a runner, he can continue on.
In 2024, having been run at the
Yeah, he's got a red flag, probably be DQ'd, because when he got the stick, he went forward versus going perpendicular back to the lane.
Running well, Fort Worth Dunbar there in lane 6.
Third handoff for Dunbar. John Curry running.
To their inside the Colony.
Lane 4, the Colony. Rylan Kessler on his third leg.
Dunbar on the exchange first, followed by the Colony. Followed by the Scots of Highland Park.
The anchor leg, Jack Roberts for the Colony. Marcus McDade for Dunbar. Don't think
and this is going to be
Roberts is able to
Derek
make enough
James,
up on the stagger.
Brooks, Jordan Curry, and
So the
Marcus
first of 3 heats
McDade for the win
goes
for
to
Fort Worth
Dunbar in
McDade on that anchor.
129.45.
Came from Dunbar, made up of 2 juniors and 2 seniors.
Dunbar's had some
They
pretty
go
good relays.
129.45. The Colony goes 130.43. And Dallas Highland Park will clock a 135.84.
You see on your screen the official results from the 6A boys 100-meter dash.
Section 2 of the 5A boys 4x200 meters. We'll have Fort Worth Christian in lane 1, Crandall in 2, Mansfield Timberview in 3, Tioga in lane 4, Kelton and Newman Smith in 5, Midlothian Heritage in 6, Granbury in 7, and Aubrey will be coming out of lane 8.
Probably watch lane 3, Mansfield Timberview in this one.
Yes, that would be a good call with Timberview. These are run by sections, and it looks like the fastest section, instead of having a heat leader like the prelims were, the heats and the prelims to make a final, they had a heat leader. These do not. These are all, and so section 3 of 3 will be the fast heat with Denton, Red Oak, Frisco Centennial, Frisco Heritage, West Mesquite, McKinney North, Colleyville, and Anna in the final, the third. But this is the second heat, or second section, pardon me.
Heat number 2 of the 4x200 meter relay.
We're
5A
full. We got 8
classification
they got 8
underway.
runners, 8 lanes filled, 8 teams, I should say.
Timberview looking pretty good. First handoff.
And all those exchanges looking really close. Possibly an edge to Midlothian running there in lane 6.
Oh yeah, Midlothian Heritage looking good in 6.
Carlton Newman Smith.
They're looking real good in
down
red.
inside them in lane 5, also running well earlier.
And
early. In
Heritage
fact,
gets
they
stick.
have the lead.
Looking
Newman Smith with the lead.
in lane 4 is Tioga.
Down on their inside.
Lane 6,
Tioga.
Heritage. It's running hard here.
Midlothian
Yeah, Carlton
running
Newman
well on
Smith
this
is.
leg.
Tioga's moving.
Yeah,
running
Tioga's
really
done
well.
a great job.
This is gonna be a good
Here we
race.
go.
It's going to be a good. They got
Final
stick
leg,
at the same
final
time.
200 meters, heat 2.
Anchor leg for Tioga, Greeley McAdden. For Midlothian,
Tioga,
it's John Godfrey.
Newman Smith.
Ooh.
And Newman Smith is in the 3rd position.
And on the
And
outside,
that looks like the way they're going to finish. 1, 2, 3.
they're in lane 6. That would be Midlothian. Made up of Zacoy Davis,
126.99.
Aaron Cowens, Marshall Chichmu,
Just
and
about a
John
half
Godfrey
second
on the
faster
anchor.
than
Godfrey,
Tioga.
a sophomore. Midlothian Heritage. Running lane 6, your champion in
So after 2 heats,
section
that's
2.
winning times thus far, but with one section to go.
And we'll move on to section 3. Running in lane 1, this is 5A, remember. So running in lane 1, Denton. In lane 2 will be Red Oak. In lane 3, Frisco Centennial. In lane 4, Frisco Heritage. In lane 5, West Mesquite. In lane 6, the Bulldogs of North, McKinney North.
Fastest seat time, 1:27.01. Frisco Heritage just a shade off of that last heat's winning time. But I bet this group goes faster.
I think this is going to go a lot faster. And it depends again on what coaches decided to put on their legs. In what position?
I was talking to one coach last night after the distance races, and I asked him, when do you start your athletes training for this race, for a 3,200 or a 1,600, to get them so they're peaking at regionals and into the state? And he said, well, in the past I had been start pushing them in February, but then I found they were getting a little too tired. So this is about the first race that he's really even entered one of his athletes into the 3,200 to start their push towards peaking at the right time.
Oh yeah, I mean, you don't want your kids to peak too early. I think, depending on the race, like Coach was saying, you may have different athletes running different races today. That's part of their design training to get them ready.
Except that screwball looking us. That's the all last year. He had already peaked, his dad told me, and then he came back and ran the 1:42.27. So you never know.
And first exchanges look to be made there in the middle of the track.
Is that Heritage out front?
Yeah.
1, 2, Anna out
and
there.
5.
West Mesquite running in lane 5.
West Mesquite.
On the outside there in
Anna's looking good out in 8.
Yep.
They're way out there.
Colleyville and McKinney North.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with it. Now we can get a better idea on this third exchange.
Leg of this 4x200
looking
meter.
good. Anna holding her ground out there. Boy, it's lonely out there in lane 8.
Onto the anchors. McKinney North.
And they're coming off the curve.
On.
It should be a tight race.
And that's going to be Frisco Centennial, Frisco Heritage, West Mesquite. This is going to be
North going to get to Anna?
Line. Look at Red Oak coming on.
I don't believe so.
Excuse me.
The Coyotes.
Should be some decent times here.
Jewels Carter anchors it for Anna in 1:27.05.
West Mesquite will finish up
I stand corrected. Heritage had a faster time.
So Heritage with 1:26.99 from the second heat is going to win it.
And that's exactly right.
At 1:27.44.
I was thinking it would be in the 1:25.
So did I.
That's about as close as they get.
And like I said, it depends on how coaches match their relays this week.
1:27.82.
So the 5A 4x200 meter relay is going to go to Midlothian Heritage.
Yes, sir, it will.
Team of Zacho Davis, Aaron Cowens, Marshall Chumu, and John Godfrey.
Congratulations.
I'm sure they're grateful for that.
Amen.
They ran well.
Now we're to the Class 6A boys 4x2.
6A division will have 4 time finals.
So we're going to have 4 sections of this one.
Hebron in lane 2, Lake Highlands in lane 3, Northwest in lane 4, McKinney Boyd in lane 5, Euless Trinity in lane 6, and Dallas Jesuit in lane 7.
So in section 1, lane 2 will be Louisville Hebron, lane 3 Lake Highlands, lane 4 Northwest, lane 5 McKinney Boyd, 6 Euless Trinity, and 7 Jesuit Dallas.
There's someone in lane 8 on this one.
Is there an 8 out there in the?
It's not showing up on the.
I guess we got to go to our mobile lane assignments.
There's nobody in 6 or 7 though.
No,
oh, that's the next person. That's the next heat. The guy standing in lane 8.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Confusing me there.
That's all right.
But 6 and 7 looks like they
are open.
They are open. There was a false start there or something.
Once again, your area leader in the 4x200 meter relay, Duncanville at 1:25.44. Leader in the state, El Paso Franklin at 1:24.39.
I do know one of the runners for Jesuit Dallas. He had a hamstring issue in the 100 prelims, and so that may have altered their
for the scratch.
Exactly.
And that happens this time of year. You really got to keep your athletes healthy to get ready for district. And I know with this meet, which is a great meet, and then the Texas Relays next week, there's been several that have gone there and gotten injured just too much, too fast.
Derailed some
derailed
big dreams.
Absolutely.
And even running 2 weeks ago at the Bluebonnet meet and the Texas Festival last week. I mean, March is a busy month.
March is a very busy month.
You really have to be selective on where you send your athletes, right?
Yeah, I know in Texas we love to do everything every week. We have a meet kind of deal. Here's the gun. And there's 4 in this race, 4 teams.
Northwest. Looks like Northwest.
And Northwest makes one of the first exchanges.
Too close to call in my book.
Yeah.
No.
And coming into the
just in
third
Northwest.
exchange.
I'm used to seeing it state meet at Juneau, JNO.
Oh, yeah.
Just in Northwest, because they use 4 digits in Austin. Or 4 letters.
This is Aiden Gonzalez Garriga running the 3rd leg. 2 sophomores and 2 freshmen on this group for Northwest.
Northwest.
Left too early.
Hold up. They got it. And now here we go. Anchor legs, off and running. Name and force down on the inside. Northwest. Boyd on the outside. This is going to be fun. Watch this final 100
We have here
meters.
development with
Is that Hebron?
Hebron.
Down out of lane 3.
Anchor runner Daniel Ohes.
It's going to be Jesse Crane, Braden Crane, Caleb Covington, and DeMarcus Carson on the anchor.
Finishing time of 1:29.59. Not sure how that'll hold up with 3 more sections, but it is the time to beat.
Apologize. That's going to be Louisville Hebron.
So, Coach, why do we have a 4x200 meter?
That's a great question. If I remember correctly, they added it when they added the women's
pole vault. That is correct. Good answer. I got one more trivia question for you. UIL state meet, women, girls. What year did they have that?
What year did they add that?
Yeah, because girls in 1909 they didn't have the girls state meet, did they?
Oh, the state.
Were you around?
State meet? I was not around. The rumor
I was trying to think of when they added the pole vault. I think it was it 02 or 03?
The girls pole
vault.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
You're exactly right. I was going back to the state meet. I got June Villers, the head coach at Waxahachie, formerly at DeSoto. She educated me that in 1972 was the first year that they had a girls state championship.
Wow. Okay. All right.
We're going to have Plano East in lane 1.
Fun facts to know.
Skyline.
Oh, yeah.
In lane 2, Garland Naaman Forest.
Now we just got to get the 4x8 added.
And
the javelin.
That's
the
not
steeplechase.
There's been people that want to get rid of the 4x2 for both boys and girls, kind of like college, and quit the double points that we have in Texas.
You'd see some interesting coaching if you didn't have double points.
If you didn't have double points, like in college, you did the top 8.
Yeah.
You know, it's 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In college, they give you 8. And that way you can be all SEC if you're in the top 8.
Yeah.
We're all
Well,
American.
that's the thing. Like with the double relays, if you have 4 good sprinters, you can win state every year. You know, you just put them on all the relays. You just win all the relays. Get 60 points, and you're good to go.
Which was crazy because that one year that Flower Mound girls won it,
Oh, yeah.
it was all distance girls.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I just thought, no, that cannot happen because the relays, everybody wants to buck up the relays. But you're exactly right.
Plano East, Dallas Skyline, Garland, Naaman Forest,
like
Arlington,
just
Martin,
3 in
Hertzfeld,
this one.
Plano, Arlington, Houston,
Lane 1,
and
Plano
Louisville,
East.
Marcus.
Lane
Played
3.
3, Garland,
Is that Naaman Forest?
Naaman Forest.
Ooh. Just got the exchange off in lane 8.
And, that
And a
is-
white
that is
flag.
Marcus in lane 8.
Well, on the coach's point, you know, depending on what kids made the finals in the 400 or the 300 hurdles or whatever, they may not be running the 4x2. You know,
Correct.
if they're in the
And
finals in
there's
other
Naaman
races, and
Forest
so
with the lead here
you end up with
in
open lanes out there.
Section
But
2.
it's the way it goes.
Exchange.
Marcus on the outside lane.
Marcus still
Naaman
holding
Forest.
on. I
Naaman
don't know
Forest
if
looking really
Naaman
good
Forest
here
may
in
get
this
him.
section.
Naaman
Here
Forest
in
handed
the-
off first there.
There's 2 exchange into the anchor.
Yeah, track
And
is,
on that
DeMarcus
anchor
Carson for
Naaman Forest
Naaman
is
Forest,
DeMarcus
and
Carson.
Caleb Steen for Marcus.
track and field is a very unforgiving sport. You can't be at 90%.
Carson is senior.
Forest looking pretty good.
Will break the tape.
Let's see what they
at
came up with. 128.64 for Naaman Forest.
128.64.
So that moves them into first position for 6A boys.
And we'll advance on now to section 3 of 4 in the men's
Section
4x200
3, here we
meter
go.
relay. 6A. Scheduled to compete will be Northwest Eaton in lane 1, Allen in lane 2, Mansfield in lane 3, Temple in lane 4.
We should have
Custer
a
in
full
5, Houston Lamar in lane 6,
8 lanes filled up.
Arlington Bowie in 7.
Fastest
And DeSoto
seed time in this one is
coming out of
from
lane 8.
Temple, Texas. Making the trek up here.
From
Again,
Central
DeSoto
Texas.
holding that meet record of 124.93.
Now, they've got some really good
Back to
athletes in Temple. They do a great
2018.
job over there.
As the athletes get in position. Lane 1, Northwest Eaton.
Gun is up.
2, Allen. 3, Mansfield. 4, Temple. 5, Prosper. 6, Houston Lamar. 7, Arlington Bowie. And 8, DeSoto.
So we have all lanes filled. 8 teams running.
And so here in section 3, Eaton, Allen, Mansfield, Temple, Prosper, Houston Lamar, Arlington
sticks.
Bowie, and DeSoto.
Is that a
And
4?
this one's still really
4
close.
is Temple.
Going
Bowie and
into
7.
the third leg.
They're moving well. Coach Dabbs has them going.
Temple looking good. They're in lane 4.
Well, it's going to be a good finish.
Yes, it will.
Temple continuing to look good down
Houston
the
Lamar
backstretch
in
into
6.
the final exchange here. And to
I think they
Temple's
all handed
at the
inside,
same time here.
Mansfield
Wow.
looked
And
to have
that's
got
catching
the
this race.
baton around first on this exchange and on the outside. And here comes a mad dash
Bowie
down
still
into
has the lead.
finish.
And it looks like they're going to take it.
They're going to hold it, but a nice race battle for 2, 3, 4.
Is that Eaton?
And a good finish that
second
was.
there?
That's going to be Arlington Bowie.
So
for
Bowie
the
at
win there in section 3 at
127.59.
127.59. Prosper at 128 even. And Houston Lamar will go 128.15.
Prosper 128 even. And Lamar 128.15.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been asked to announce that there is a black Cadillac parked in the team bus parking lot and vans only, and you are
So
blocking
Coach
some
Epps
teams from
from the
leaving.
great Arlington Bowie
So
should be
if
happy
you
with
own a
that.
black Cadillac and it's parked in the bus parking lot area, please go out and move it. License plate WGM
With Bowie taking that one in 127.59.
It's in the way of
In the
teams
last one,
trying to leave the meet.
in the final
Please
heat, we've got
secure your vehicle
North Forney, Cedar
as
Hill,
soon as
Mansfield, Lake
possible.
Ridge, Waxahachie, Duncanville,
License
Rock Hill,
plate
North Crowley,
WGM
and Lancaster.
8608,
And of that,
black Cadillac.
in the area,
Thank you.
Duncanville is 125.44, Waxahachie is 125.44,
Yep.
Northwest Dells is 2025.61, Fossil Ridge 126.11. This should be a heck of a
And we'll
run
move on to now to section 4, running in lane 1,
with
North Forney, in lane 2,
Waxahachie and
Cedar Hill.
Duncanville.
In lane 3, Mansfield Lake Ridge, lane 4, Waxahachie, lane 5, Duncanville, lane 6, Rock Hill,
It's
lane
always a
7,
slight
North
edge to
Crowley,
have the inside lane.
and in lane 8,
So you can see your
Waxahachie
opponent.
right there. Yep.
Yeah, you can
chasing,
look.
chasing the whole way.
Absolutely.
In this, the 3 sections so far, the winning heats have come from 2, 3, and then 7.
Oh,
we
we got a
go.
false start.
the call back here at the start.
I always hate sometimes false starts because one kid keeps running,
Yeah.
and all these kids did a great job. We're smart enough to stop.
Yeah.
Red card
DQ.
means you're gone. You're DQ'd.
You know, I like the old rule, Coach. I like the one warning for everyone. You know,
Goes to the
I thought
field.
that was the best one. Yeah.
See the key there. If you're a good
Is that
sprinter, you
Rock
jump
Hill?
on purpose
Right. That's okay.
to screw with somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. But just one and done is tough, man. That's a tough.
I was talking to the old DeSoto coach, and he told me that AC, there was 2 false starts at the state meet. Just he had to run. Tremaine had to run it 3 times to,
Yeah.
to get it. And then he had to run the 4x2.
Wow.
Mark Brady out of DeSoto.
Rock Hill was the person they sent off. So
Here we go. We got a legal start now.
no lane 6 in this.
Waxahachie's looking good.
They've got some great kids at
No
Waxahachie.
Duncanville in this one.
Yeah,
And
no
Duncan.
4 either.
Into the first exchange.
Yeah, no
5,
Duncanville.
yeah.
We got
So 2 open
that-
lanes
or is
and
that
5 and
Duncanville up there?
6.
It looks like
We'll
on
see.
the outside
North
from
Crowley
this
with a
vantage
really
point,
good
North
first
Crowley
exchange up there.
There's only 6
with
teams
the
running.
lead
Lane
there
7,
in
yeah.
It is
lane
Duncanville out there.
7
They're still out there.
to their
Duncanville,
outside
Waxahachie in the middle.
Lancaster.
Here we go. Good sticks.
North
Good
Crowley
high stick
continuing
hands.
with the lead down on the inside. Running well, looks like Mansfield Lake Ridge.
Comes Waxahachie.
Here come the Indians.
Lane 3, Lake
4
Ridge.
is not. Waxahachie's not.
Lane 7,
There's
North
nobody in
Crowley.
4.
Duncanville's in the
And
long
coming
wrong
on
lane.
down on the inside.
Lane
Lane
7
5.
is North Crowley.
Oh, they're on 5.
But if it's 4 is missing Waxahachie, you're looking at Mansfield Lake Ridge.
Oh,
Not Mansfield.
okay.
I'm sorry. Leggett. No?
Lake Ridge, yeah, you got it. Mansfield Lake Ridge.
Yeah, but their colors are a little.
Arm drive, knee lift,
Yeah. Okay.
down this final 100 meters
Thought we were looking at
on
Waxahachie
the
there.
inside.
No, they did not run.
Lane 3, Mansfield Lake Ridge. At the tape, it's Lake Ridge.
Lake Ridge,
Team
yeah,
of
that is
Chase
Lake Ridge.
Osborne,
25-81.
Emmanuel Ox, Marquis Smith,
One
and
strong
Jordan
anchor leg by
Biles
Jordan
go
Biles.
125.81. Duncanville will finish up second. at
Congratulations to Coach Pruitt.
126.83.
Mike Pruitt does a
And
great
North
job over at
Crowley
Lake Ridge.
will wind up third at 126.95.
Duncanville second, 126.03.
And quick announcement here. The concession stand is running a special Turkey Club sandwich with chips.
Girls
included
4x2 coming up.
For $3. Concession will be open for
Meet
20
record
more minutes.
135.43.
Coaches, you may load up
And
on
the top
your
time
team
coming
meal,
in is Lancaster at
athletes.
135.71. So we may have a shot at another meet record there.
On the ride home, you can get
A
a
lot of
Turkey
these
Club
kids are
sandwich with
recognized
chips
for the girls.
for $3. What a bargain.
Lancaster with the top time by 3 seconds. They're pretty good sprinters over there.
Hmm?
Go. Four by two girls. Got smoke, coach. Lancaster with the tiger print shorts.
So no Red Oak or
unmistakable.
Red Oak is not running.
Lancaster is moving.
Yes, they are.
Touch off first. They got a pretty big lead.
And I'm probably going to say they may have a chance at a meet record. What do you think, Coach?
Ooh, here comes Duncanville on the inside, though.
And boy, she's cooking.
Oh, she made up a ton of ground right there. They handed it off first.
Yeah.
Oh, bad stick from Lancaster.
Lancaster did not get a good stick at all.
Duncanville
is way ahead now.
Stagger on everybody.
Yeah, Lancaster has to make up some ground here.
Hey, she's not giving up, though.
Oh, no. She
comes.
Can you imagine if they didn't have a bad exchange?
Duncanville touches off first, but Lancaster's not done yet.
Yeah, with the inside lane. It's going to be tight. Now they're on the straightaway.
Yeah, two bad exchanges down there. I don't know which teams they got for them.
Duncanville holding on. Oh!
Bad stick from Costum.
137.30 for Duncanville. So
137.30. The record stays intact.
Yep. Probably not if they had that good stick.
Exactly.
Well, it just goes to show you, the details matter, right? I mean, the same teams every year that are great have great exchanges, and it just takes one bad one to.
And that happens to everybody.
Oh, yeah. Happens to the United States.
Yes.
Pretty often, seems like.
Everybody gets a little more nervous at state. Trying to remember my old University of Texas coach when I was there back in 89. He said when he watched the 4x, I said, what do you think about the 4x? He goes, I never watched. He turns his back. So he was so nervous about the 4x1 exchanges.
Well, that's what, the interesting thing about the Olympics every 4 years, the men's 4x1 for the United States, right? They should win. It should happen every time. But it always comes down to a dropped drop stick or something like that, and just all that training can just go away within a second, dropping a stick.
There we see our 6A boys 4x200 relay.
I couldn't think of Stan Huntsman for a minute. Had to go to AI to figure it out. But Stan was a great coach at University of Texas.
Norman Forrest, who had won the first heat, finishes in 10th.
Next on the track, scheduled for a
Oh, this is women's 400.
Yes.
Gosh, they
Should be
moved
one.
quick.
Should be one section. Or
There's
one.
only 4 girls out there.
Sophia Williams in lane 4 from Capel is your top qualifier.
Angel
In the
Brifo
girls
from
400
Heritage, Midlothian Heritage.
high school girls, section 1 of 1. Pilar Garcia from Duncanville in 1. Jordan Brown, Mansfield in 2. Milan Lathan and Lancaster in 3. Sophia Williams from Capel in 4. Angel Brifo
got a good race
from
there.
Midlothian Heritage in 5. Reagan Evans from
Excellent.
Duncanville in lane
Oh,
6.
man.
Ella
Neck and
Hall
neck
from
with
Lovejoy
60 meters to go.
in lane
Williams with the
7,
slight
and Rachel
edge.
Lehman representing
Can
homeschool
Brifo
in
chase
lane
her
8.
down?
And this is a close one down to
And
the
no,
finish.
it's going to be Brifo.
Running out of lane
55,
4,
35.
Sophia Williams from Capel.
Williams, rather.
She
Sophia
goes
Williams.
55-35.
55.
Nice time. This time of the year, Angel Brifo from Midlothian Heritage will go 55-56. Ella Hang from Lovejoy. She will clock a 57-75.
And now the final for the boys 5A 400 meter. Kendrick Jones out of Lake Belton. Braylon Brown from Red Oak. David Olaye?
Lallier?
That's probably it. You did a good job,
Meter
Coach.
dash in lane
Frisco
1,
Emerson.
Kendrick Jones from Lake Belton. Lane 2, Braylon Brown
Bo-
from Red Oak. Lane 3, David
Elijah
Olaye from Frisco Emerson. Lane
Branch from
5,
Fossil
or, I'm
Ridge.
sorry, lane
William
4,
Holbrook of Dallas Wilson. Wyatt Ditt
lane
of
4,
CE
Elijah
Bird.
Branch.
Isaiah
In
Akbar
lane
of Red Oak.
From Keller Fossil Ridge, lane
Back here.
5, William Holbrook from
And
Dallas Wilson.
Prince Moore
Wyatt
of
Ditt,
Lake
C.E.
Belton.
Bird in
There you
lane
go.
6. Isaiah
I
Akira
bet Fossil
from
Ridge
Red
can,
Oak in
run
7,
that 4x4
and
because
Prince Moore,
this is not their
Lake
best guy
Belton
that's in this race.
lane 8, and they're
Yeah,
on
they're
their
gonna-
way.
Dallas Wilson, Holbrook out
That's
front.
Holbrook in lane 5 with Branch in lane 4.
And down there on the
Oh, this is gonna be a
inside
good finish.
in this section,
Who's
Frisco
going to break
Emerson
first, Coach?
running out of lane 3. That's David
Guy in the middle,
Olakaye.
the white. looks
Holbrook
really-
in the white.
He looks
Dallas
strong.
Wilson's William Holbrook. That was Holbrook, lane 5. Dallas Wilson, the junior, he
Holbrook
clocks
in
at 49.33.
48.02.
Good time.
More than a second faster than this morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been asked to announce that if you are standing along the rail, please have a seat along the first seat if possible. That makes it difficult for those behind you to be able to see the track and track races as they're going on. So if you're standing along the rail, please have a seat in the stands, take a load off your feet, and enjoy the races.
Wilson had a top 3 finisher in the 5A 3200 last night.
We'll now move on to the 6A boys 400 meter dash, qualifying into the finals. Mason Head from McKinney at 50.07. Running out lane 1, Dylan Hall from DeSoto qualified with a 49.44. Elijah Lucas from Forney qualified at 49.22 in lane 3. Logan Rivers, Dallas Skyline qualified
In the
at
next heat, the
48.70
boys
in
6A
lane 4.
400
Lane
meter.
5, Reeve
Mason
Morrison
Head
from
from
Mansfield
McKinney's
Lakers
in
at
lane 1.
49.18.
Dylan Hall
Lane
from
6,
DeSoto
Aaron
in lane
Lewis
2.
Wiley
Elijah
at
Lucas from Forney in lane 3.
49.34. Lane
Logan
7, Sawyer
Rivers
Brown,
of Dallas Skyline in
Phil
lane
Hebron
4.
at
The top
49.58.
qualifier at
And in lane
48.70.
8, qualifying
Reeve
into the
Forsop
finals from Rock Hill,
from Mansfield
Aiden
Lake
Jesse
Ridge
at 50.10.
in lane 5. Aaron Lewis from Wiley High School in lane 6. Sawyer Brown from Louisville, Hebron in lane 7. And Aiden Jesse from Rock Hill in lane 8. And they're off in the first turn.
Looks
No
like we
lane-
do not have anybody in 4.
4
Nobody-
and 8 are not in.
And we've got a good one brewing early. Lane 3,
Lane 5,
Elijah
Warsaw
Lucas
from
Forney. Lane 4, Logan Rivers from Skyline. Lane 5, Reef
Mansfield Lake Ridge.
Mansfield Lake Ridge.
They have a great
They're
4x4
all
team. Coach Pruitt does a heck of a
100
job
meters
over
to
there. Every
go.
year they're very competitive there. We got lane 2.
DeSoto.
Dylan Hall from DeSoto looks like he's going to win it.
And into the finish. That's lane 2. That's DeSoto's Dylan Hall.
48.08.
48.08 by Dylan Hall of DeSoto.
Elijah Lucas from Forney will clock a 48.69.
Elijah Lucas second at 48.69. And Aaron Lewis is third with 49.39.
Time to get the
300 hurdles out.
hurdles on the track.
Mm-hmm. I always wondered if they would ever go to in high school to the 400-meter hurdles.
That's what I was just about to ask. Is this the equivalent of having the 400 just because it is a much
I would
greater
say it's not the
distance?
equivalent because this race is awful and the 400 is worse.
Oh, it's like an 800, like you were talking about the men's race, the 800-meter. But 400-meter hurdles, it's definitely with 2 more hurdles, it is a different race.
You know, I do think that it's a good transition to college, though. You know, the kids that run the 300 hurdles in high school, it's a challenge to move up. You know?
So it's better than 1965 when you're running the 180 lows.
Yeah.
That was 180-yard lows back in the day.
Well, not only if you're a boys 300 hurdler, are you going from 300 to 400 at high school, and it's a higher hurdle.
Yeah, that's true. They do move them up in college.
No, they're 36 inches.
Oh, is it the girls that's higher?
Well, the girls are 30 inches all the way down for the 400-meter hurdles.
The men don't go up in college?
No. We stay at 36. We just go 100 more meters.
That's true. That's
And 2 more
hard
hurdles.
enough, I guess. Yeah.
So we still have, got 2 more hurdles.
Yeah.
So let's not,
72 inches.
The girls have it rougher because they have 2 more hurdles, obviously, but theirs is 30 inches.
Yeah.
So when Sydney McLaughlin goes over, I'm going, Sydney, you're taller than
Yeah.
it's way down. It's about mid-thigh for you. Okay.
She's pretty good.
She's pretty good. But she got, and the really key to this race to me is whether an individual, not only they have to be fast and more like a 400-meter person, but they also have to be over either leg, whatever leg shows.
Oh, yeah.
I talked to Boogie Johnson, who's in Arkansas, and I go, Boogie, what do you tell him? I said, I always told him to attack the hurdle. He said, he tells him to attack the ground, going back that force into the ground, attack the ground. In other words, accelerate through the hurdle. Get over it.
And then the really elite runners can count their steps to make sure that they go over the same leg. But you've got to be really in tune to be able to do that.
Well, Edwin Moses was at 13 strides in between hurdles and was undefeated for years and years and had the American record, the world record, and just a phenomenal hurdle out of Morehouse. He was a freak of nature, basically. And most people, I don't care if your name's Sydney McLaughlin, when you go up, you wind up using I've counted Sydney before, she's used the wrong leg, quote unquote, sometimes 2 times during a run, at least once.
The top time coming in from Frisco Heritage, Amelia Fair. What's what we got there for the meet record?
The 300 hurdles?
Mm-hmm. Looks
girls,
like
40.91.
I don't know if that's
3 years
that's
ago.
pretty quick.
3 years ago by Sydney Green from Allen.
That's pretty darn good. You can't. And the hurdlers are on the track, and it looks like there's a lot of movement out there. And are you seeing a misty rain out there?
Ooh. Oh yeah, just come down a little bit.
And the flag is straight down. There is no flag movement at all.
Here are your lane assignments in the 300-meter hurdles for the girls.
Boy, you got to be tough to run this race.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Especially when it's
in the conditions.
Misty rain and cold and.
There was a tiny bit of a mist last night for the boys 3200. but
Looks like we're missing lanes 2 and 3.
This seems a little more than a light mist, the way people scattered around the bleachers if they didn't have a poncho or an umbrella.
Yeah, we're going to have, it looks like 6 run on this one if I don't see the outside lanes there. But 2 and 3 are open.
8 may not have anybody.
Yep, correct.
Yep.
So off and running in lane, Aubrey Payne from Bells. In lane 2, Kiora Ininya Okigbo from Sunnyvale.
Oh, we got a good race
lane
here.
3,
Yeah, we
Aria
do.
Golden from Duncanville. Lane 4,
They're over at the same time.
Yeah,
Yep.
going over the hurdles. All you're doing is looking when they go over the hurdle. Oh, there's the leader right there.
Polchowski in the maroon.
Plano.
From Plano, yes.
Yeah, she's getting first as long as she doesn't
She
decelerate.
stuttered over that last one.
Yeah, she kind of slowed down there, and she can't afford to do that.
Fair in the white right next to her.
Yep, here they come.
Always comes down to the last hurdle.
One hurdle to go.
6 is Beckman in the red.
Ooh,
What a race.
great race.
Held on.
Polchowski from Plano. Let's see what time they have for her.
Yeah, it was a great race.
Man, let's see what the computer wants to do. The boys are next up on the track, the 5A boys. And it looks like everyone showed up to the party.
300-meter boys 5A division
When I'm
now
looking down here.
prepares to go.
And
Qualifying in to the finals
that would be
from
Ethan
Aubrey.
McMean
He'll
from
be running
Aubrey,
in lane 1 at
Cameron Brooks from
41.21.
Frisco Heritage,
Cameron Brooks, Frisco
Charlton
Heritage
Bradford
at
from
40.46
Dallas Highland
will be
Park,
coming out of lane 2.
Tristan
Lane
Shaw
3, Charlton
from
Bradford,
Mansfield
the senior from
Timberview,
Dallas Highland Park at
Ashton Fletcher from
39.57. Lane
Prosper
4,
Walnut
Tristan Shaw,
Grove,
the junior from Mansfield
Jarvis
Timberview
Smith
at
from
38.37.
Mansfield Timberview, Peyton Coffey
Lane
from
5 will have
Saniya,
Ashton Fletcher, Prosper Walnut
Barracat
Grove at
Rains from C.E.
38.94
Bird. Oh, here we
qualifying
go. Nope.
time. Lane 6
race.
have
Yeah, so
Jarvis
that
Smith,
time,
No, that's not
Mansfield
correct.
yeah, I think they had a glitch on the timing.
They,
The
yeah,
rain and
Lane 7,
precipitation.
Peyton Coffey.
that is not
Sophomore
correct.
From
May have gotten
Salina, she qualified in at 40.71. And in lane 8, Barracat Rains from C.E.
The
Bird,
order
the
of
junior,
finish
at
is correct,
41.38.
Time.
It shouldn't affect it that much.
Hopefully you got good spikes.
That's why we have all weather tracks. And we have spikes. And there they go. All 8 lanes.
Fletcher in lane
Lane
5.
5 is attacking.
Walnut
He
Grove.
is attacking hurdles. And he's out in the lead right now.
Man, look at that stride.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like he had some trouble over that last
yeah,
one.
he floated the last one a little bit.
Relatively
Shaw
pretty
from
close
Timber
up
Creek.
front.
Right next to Fletcher.
Inside lane. They're going over the hurdle together. This should be a heck of a
Oh,
run.
this is going to be
Shaw
good.
in white, Fletcher
Quick.
in the navy.
They're in
Don't
lane
blink.
Down
5,
quick.
just inside
They were the
Mansfield.
top
Bam!
qualifiers.
Oh, what a race.
Great
And
race.
That's going to be a photo finish.
It's gonna be
37.53 for Tristan
37.53
Shaw.
goes Shaw.
and 58 for Fletcher.
Wow. That was a great race.
Mm-hmm.
Again, after qualifying in at
T-Shaw.
38.37, so despite
I ran the 300 hurdles through my first part of my junior
over
year.
that qualifying time,
And Coach Rob,
of
I showed up for practice one day, and Coach Rob said, hey, we're going to run a
37.
time trial on the 800 today.
You're welcome.
We'll now
All
move
right.
to the boys 300-meter hurdles.
So I ran 2:03, and he said, I think we found a good race for you. I said, well,
2:06
Coach,
is
can I not run the
Demetrius
300 hurdles
Fayos
then?
from
Because I don't want to do both of those
running out of lane
races.
2.
And he accommodated you on that.
He did. He let me run the 400 instead.
Well, there you go. I like his thinking.
Here we go. Gun is up.
Joaquin Molina in lane 4 was your top qualifier this morning.
Looks like he is
He's
not
not
there.
there.
Or two.
Two. We're missing a few couple of guys. There's 6 in this race. In the 6A boys.
Sullivan Riley
Lane
from
3 looks good.
That's Jet Jackson from John Paul II.
Bryson Fleming, North 40 at 39.62, and Dylan
Sullivan
Mooney
Riley from
was senior
Richardson,
for
2 lanes
Walthall
over,
at
is also up there with him.
Yeah, that's going to be a good finish between those two.
Yes, it is. Neck and neck.
Same,
With the hurdle,
man.
same time, Riley and
both left leaders.
It's between,
Jet. And Riley is going to pull away over the last hurdle and a half.
That was a great finish in the last 150 by Riley there.
37.94. Very interesting that the 5A was faster than the 6A. That happens occasionally.
Riley Sullivan from Richardson at 37.94.
Shout out to all the volunteers to get the hurdles on and off the track quickly.
Amen to that. They do a great job of getting them on and off.
I remember hosting track meets, and if you didn't have enough volunteers for putting the hurdles on and off the track, it took quite a delay.
It's the last time they got to do it.
Yeah.
Until they host the district meet here in a month.
2 factors. They have enough hurdles here, so they're not having to drag them across the field. Coach Robinson does a super job. Shout out to Doug Robinson, the head track coach here at Jesuit.
And as hurdles being removed from the track, we will
lane assignments for the girls 200-meter dash on your screen. Top qualifier, Saniya Miller from Lancaster. The only one to go under 24
from the northeast corner
today.
to the southwest corner.
We have 7 seniors, and then Aaliyah Berdine in lane 6 from McKinney North is a freshman.
Well, you know, Coach Richards likes having those fast freshmen. They've always done such a good job here of rolling through these final events.
They do a great job. They are on time.
My uncle used to come up and watch the finals every year. Like he would wait till the finals. He would come up here with his umbrella. He'd sit and he'd watch the finals every year.
They've got it. They do plenty of officials, and I appreciate all the officials that are working. Saw Robert Mears, and he's going to probably retire this year, he said. We got several of them out there that are just outstanding officials. Cordell Miller worked the high jump this morning. Great official. My good friend Chris Marcellus worked the pole vault and did a great job. They have some good ones here. They get some good ones out. And it looks like we have a little bit of a break here for the 200-meter girls.
Yeah, they haven't even put the starting blocks out.
No.
Over there yet.
Red Oak with 18. In third place,
And I've
Capel
got
with 48
409 by my watch, so we're really on time.
At 46 and currently leading
Should be by the
in the point
schedule.
division with the girls, Duncanville with 46. We've had a change of plans. We're going to start the 200 in the southwest corner, running to the northeast corner. In the 5A
Yeah,
boys
well, I guess with the
divisions,
weather a little bit.
currently
It
in
says
fifth,
on the
Dallas
schedule
Wilson with 30
405,
points,
it's
Denton Ryan with 34,
409 right now.
Red Oak with 35, Mansfield Timberview with 41 points, and leading the 5A division, the Lovejoy Leopards with 67
Then
points.
after the 200
with
meter, we have the 1600 meter
meters,
run and
1600 meters and the mile relays
4x4,
yet
which
to
will
run.
always commonly referred to as the mile relay, although it's not a mile anymore. It is
And your
1600 meter
team totals
relay.
in 6A boys. Forney, North Forney, Mansfield Legacy tied.
Here come the
for
blocks.
fourth with 20
The
points.
two guys are
Waxahachie
racing
in
around the
third
corner.
with 34. Northwest Nelson at 36 points for second. And your team leader in 6A boys, Mansfield Lake Ridge with 40.
Uh-oh. A little bit of a malfunction on the blocks. What they'll be trying to do here is with two sets of blocks, one person set the block and they'll run in the final behind them will set a block so that way they can move the blocks up quickly.
Results in the girls' 300-meter hurdles. In third place,
And there
Beckman
is,
from
that
Dallas
flag is
Ursuline.
straight down.
In second
It
place,
isn't
Amelia
moving.
Fair, the junior from Frisco
If there's a
Heritage.
win,
And
it's
congratulations to Morgan
not much.
Olszewski, the sophomore from Plano. She was your 300-meter champion in the
That
girls' hurdles.
So this has been an
In
interesting
5A
afternoon.
boys,
At least the
300
kids
meter
aren't getting
hurdles. In
sunstruck
third,
today.
Jarvis Smith,
It's
the
true.
junior from
It is
Mansfield
overcast all
Timberview with
day.
39.22.
Sun was supposed to come out,
In
and
second,
it didn't make
Ashton
it.
Fletcher, Prosper Walnut Grove Senior at 37.58.
It's crazy that their predicted
And
weather in
Tristan Shaw,
Texas doesn't
Mansfield
turn out
No,
to be
you-
the way that you thought it would be.
You cannot predict weather in
37.53,
Texas.
your
You
Jesuit
better be an
Sheaner
economist.
300-meter 5A boys champion. 6A boys division in the 300-meter hurdles. In third, Demetrius Falls, the junior from North Crowley at 39.28. Jet Jackson from JP2.
But it hasn't
at
warmed up. It's
38.36.
currently
And
about at
Sullivan
60
Riley
degrees.
from Richardson, the junior, your champion at 37.94.
So we will have three finals, one with the girls coming up there on the track setting their blocks, and the 5A boys final, 200-meter final, and the boys 6A 200-meter final. For the young ladies, let's see we've got already lanes 2 and 3 being setting their blocks.
One does not look like they're here.
The girl from Lancaster, she probably ran on their 4x1 and 4x2, and Miss Fuller did, so as out. And it appears we've got 4 runners,
3 and
2 and
4
3,
gone.
and 6 and 7, or 7 and 8. Nope, 6 and 7. Nope, 7 and 8. I got it right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
2 and 3. Frisco Heritage, Melissa.
Yeah, Sunmi, Kinye, Frisco Heritage, Kennedy Branch from Melissa, Corinne Purnell out of Frisco Emerson, and Dijah Kenner from
So
Rock Hill,
scheduled
and
here
they're
in
off.
the girls' 200-meter.
Well, there's no, I
Tatiana
didn't see
Fuller
not
from
lane 8.
Lancaster, Sunmi Akinye from Heritage.
So
Lane
Deja
6,
Kenner,
yeah,
Kennedy
McKinnon,
Branch
the
from
little
Melissa,
ninth grader from
Saniya
McKinney
Miller
North
from
is in.
Lancaster, Sonia Keaton from Duncanville,
she
Aaliyah Berdine
she
from
made up
Forney,
the stagger on
McKinney
everyone
North,
first.
Rolling.
Purnell,
She's a ninth
Frisco
grader.
Emerson and Deja Kenner. That was your schedule.
Coach Richards down there yelling for her.
And it looks to me
Branch
like
from
Aaliyah
Melissa,
Berdine from
couldn't quite
McKinney
catch her.
North. We'll take that. She qualified in at 24:56.
Yep,
She'll go 24.
Berdine got 24:50. Aaliyah
Berdine,
Berdine, 24:50. Kennedy Branch, 24:76. And Corrine Purnell, 24:85.
So Berdine was the only one who was able to go lower than the prelims. I mean, only 0.06 of a second, but still lower.
It is.
And first place.
The gold medal.
In the 5A boys 200-meter dash.
And that's what she wanted.
Competitors, Thomas Rendon from Denison qualified in at 22:27. Cameron
All right, the boys.
qualified in at 22:11.
Two men's 200-meter dash 5A boys.
Dallas Highland Park qualified at
In
21:95.
lane 1, we've got everybody looks like in there.
Kennedy. Out of lane 4
I can't
from Keller
tell
Fossil
because a lot
Ridge
of people are
qualified
standing on
at
the rail.
You can see on the
21:79.
camera a
Oh,
little
there
bit.
you go.
Amos, Keller Fossil Ridge, the
2
senior
is
qualified
vacant.
at 21:84 in lane 5. Lane 6 will be
Thomas
Zion
Rendon,
Isaiah
Denison.
Williams. Carrollton Newman Smith, a junior,
Lane
qualified in
3,
at
Cannon
22:05.
Bozeman from Dallas
Toby
Highland
Smith,
Park.
Lane 7,
Lane 4,
Timberview, qualified
Jaden
with a
Kennedy from
22:16,
Fossil
and in
Ridge.
lane 8, Maddox
Number
McCoy from
5, lane
Salina,
5 is Xavier
qualified in
Amos
at
from Fossil
22:30.
Ridge. Lane 6 is Zion Isaiah Williams from Carrollton Newman Smith. There they go. They're off. Kobe Smith's in lane 7 and Maddox McCoy in 8 from Salina. And
3 doors down.
it looks like Maddox pulled up with a hamstring. This one is going to be easy. Made it easy for first place winner.
So Thomas,
And that's Jaden Kennedy out of Fossil Ridge, 21:33. A nice time for these. This
Amos will go 21:91.
temperature
And
60
Thomas
degrees as
Rendon
well as no wind.
Will go 21:97 from Denison.
The record for the 200-meter 5A boys was
Have another
20:83
announcement to make. There
in
is
5A.
a black Volvo XC90. You're parked
Jonathan
between
Wade out of
buses,
Shreveport
and you're
Evangel
parked
Christian.
in bus parking, and they cannot
And of
get
course, the
out.
Tory Mitchell from
Texas
6A back
monster
in
that guy was.
1990, 2050
4185.
out of Big
Please
Spring
move your car so these athletes can get home.
out there in
Black
West
Volvo,
Texas.
Texas license plate XHC
6A boys,
4185.
no one in lane
XC90
1
model.
or 3.
6 might be vacant. Yeah, 6.
6 is vacant. I agree. We've got 4 guys running.
The 6A boys,
Charlton Gully of Prosper,
200 meter.
Looks like
Jaden Gillison of Northwest, Nelson.
Godfrey, Jordan Godfrey from Houston
Houston
Lamar in lane
Down
5 in
into
the white.
finish
looking
there in the
And
middle
out there
of
in
the
lane
track.
7 is Sage
Get
Noel
those
Allen
results right
from
to you.
Northwest Eaton.
Lane 4, that was Jaden Gillison from Northwest Nelson. He clocks at 21:41. Jordan Godfrey from Houston Lamar goes 21:55. Sage Noel Allen from Northwest Eaton goes 21:93. And Charlton Gully from Prosper will clock at 22:15 for fourth.
Here are the girls' results. With the freshman Aaliyah Berdine holding off the field.
Girls 200-meter dash in third
Got the
place.
Elite Girls
Bronze
Mile
medalist
coming up,
Corinne
Coach.
Purnell,
That's
One of the
senior
best
from
races
Frisco,
in track.
Emerson at 24:85. Runner-up,
All my
Kennedy
sprint
Branch,
coaches want to go to sleep.
Melissa Senior at 24:66.
Hey,
My favorite race.
It's time to go to
And your
concession stand.
champion, Aaliyah
But it is a great
Berdine,
race.
The freshman.
And,
1600, yes,
from
sir.
McKinney North.
Got 10 of the top 20 girls in the
See,
area in this one.
and that's another thing. I really like the middle distance, 815. I wish we went to a 1500 meter.
Yep.
5A boys,
'Cause
200
that's-
meter
there's
dash
more tactics
results
to
in
it.
third place.
You've
Thomas
got to be in
Rendon,
great shape, but there's tactics to it.
Denison
No doubt.
Senior at
Like
21:97.
800 meter, don't
Keller
get boxed
Fossil
in.
Ridge Senior.
Oh, they're
Xavier
Coach
Amos
Rob preached
will
that.
be
Just
your
stay on the
runner-up
line
at
between 1 and 2.
21:91, and your
Don't get
champion,
boxed in.
Jaden Kennedy,
Don't get on the inside of
senior
the
from
track.
Keller Fossil Ridge at 21:33.
you can see them all finishing warm-ups on the infield as they make their way towards the staging area. Some of the contestants here. We got 27 entrants. Easterwood won the 3200 last night.
And as our girls make their way to
Looking
the
forward to
start,
seeing Macy Wingard
next
from
event on
Denton
the
Braswell. She's got the top time in the area, and
will be
these top 3
1600
times
meter.
came from the Texas Distance Festival last week at South Lake. So
Okay.
these girls are peaking at the right time.
This will be run one section for the girls, one section for the boys. We've got 27 athletes scheduled.
Good to see the homeschool representation here. Brooke Frick from HSAA homeschool organization with a 4:49. Got 3 girls under 5 minutes in this one.
Area leader, you'll see her here in this race, Macy Wingard for Denton Braswell. She's clocked 4:48.95. The leader throughout the state, Addison
Ridge
Bristow
with
from
the
Canyon at
1-2
the Texas
finish in the
Distance Festival, ran 4:46.
5A 200.
She is also currently the national leader. Addison Bristow from Canyon at 4:46, and the national record held by now BYU's freshman phenom Jane Hedengren. Then from Utah, Hedengren clocked 4:26. That in March of 2025. So national record, Jane Hedengren, 4:26. Addison Bristow, the national leader and Texas leader, at 4:46. And Macy Wingard, scheduled for this race.
Wingard and Easterwood both with
Braswell
4:48
at
PRs.
4:48.
This should be a good one. This is good distance weather. Nice and cool, not too windy.
6A boys final results.
Last
Sage
night in
Noel
the
Allen
3200,
from Northwest Eaton, the junior
Easterwood
goes
was first.
21:93.
Frick, who you
Jordan
mentioned, she
Godfrey,
finished
the senior,
third.
Houston Lamar goes 21:55. And Jaden Gillison, the senior from Northwest Nelson, will go 21:41.
Easterwood won this race last year here. So trying to go back-to-back in both the 3200 and the 1600.
Should be a good one.
What do you think is people's thought process when you're in the start of these big races where you have two waves there? Do you want to be in the second wave, or do you want to be on the stagger wave? I mean, how do you decide what's best for you?
Oh, I mean, whichever one they end up in, I know that, as a coach, I just would try to tell our kids to stay out of trouble. Don't try to race to the first 100 meters. I mean, if you don't get to the break before someone else, you got plenty of time to make it up, but just try to stay out of trouble. Don't trip over somebody. And here we go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an outstanding race here. Almost ideal conditions for the distance runners here on the track. Light breeze, cool mist, cool temperatures. Not bad for late March in Texas.
Is that Wingard out front?
Yes, she was in the stagger group and decided to beat everyone and wants to race from in front.
Well, as you watch these fast distance races, especially as you get, in the higher levels, college, pros, always watch the ones that are in second and third, because they're just waiting, right? They're just putting themselves in position to make a move at the end. But every now and then you'll see someone take it out like this and hold on the whole time. But looks like we got two girls out front trying to get away from the peloton there.
Wingard and Easterwood, the top two right there.
Yep.
Abby Spears from JP2.
They'll push each other. They might open up some distance on these other girls.
She'll have hip number 6. Zariah Hoskins, champion of the Angel Fire Mountain Challenge run last summer.
Wingard looks pretty smooth. Easterwood's just sitting there.
You got Elena Sather from Nelson in third.
Leading the peloton.
In the blue, yes.
Macy Wingard.
And then Sophia Dominguez from Lovejoy.
She has
second in the group.
Lovejoy has a rich distance tradition. Our announcer for the meet down doing the loudspeaker the
Followed closely by Maya
originator of the
Easterwood.
Lovejoy
So
program,
Bear
Greg
Early
Christensen,
is your race here
now led by
in the girls
Carly Littlefield and
section
Logan
of the
Kelly on the
1600
boys'
meter
side.
run.
They did a great job there. But Wingard, man, she's still in the lead. She's been great since her freshman year. She's won championships every year. Good turnover. Easterwood's just hanging in there, though.
Coming through their 800 meter.
Yeah, it might be a two-horse race.
It makes you wonder, is Easterwood just kind of waiting? You say you don't want to be first. Is she waiting? At what point in the 1250, 1300 does she start to push it?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, you look at how they carry themselves, too. Like, I look to see how smooth they look. Because, you know, Easterwood's still close, but she looks like she's pretty taxed. And look how smooth Wingard looks. I mean, she's just cruising. And you notice how Easterwood has started to look down. And if you take your eyes off that girl in front of you, she tends to get further and further away.
Coming through these 600.
But we may have a runaway here. Coming into lap 3, this is where you'll see some big moves with the rest of the field.
Generally, Coach, wouldn't you say the third lap is the lap that people probably stay off the pace? They're kind of saving themselves kind of deal?
Yeah, the third lap's definitely the toughest when you fall off the pace. But it also, conversely, is the time where you see people make big moves. And the ones that are going to end up winning the race or meddling in the race, they make big moves in the third lap.
Well, everybody else gets to be a little complacent.
Yeah, and it really looks like Wingard is up in the pace every lap. She's picked it up every lap. She's just cruising.
Bettering that personal best
Wingard in first, Easterwood in solid second, Dominguez from Lovejoy in fourth, Jacobson from Heritage had pushed up on her, but
you got Frick there in third, the
now
homeschool
you got
girl.
Homeschool Frick in third.
Yeah, I think Wingard's gonna take it. About 30 meters up on Easterwood. Easterwood's got about 30 meters on third place.
I mean, this last 100 meters, Wingard just added 30
yeah.
meters to her
I mean,
lead.
she's dropping the hammer.
Now, wouldn't you say this is the perfect weather?
Oh, this is perfect distance. It doesn't get any better than this. I mean, as long as you're warmed up properly, it feels great.
This is the time when you really can run well.
It's over.
4:47.05. Wow, that's a great time.
I think we can kind of say that's the second fastest all time.
Well, pretty if you're not.
I mean, it's close to it. I mean, because they've split the 5 and 6A girls record, even though we don't run split gender for girls.
Yeah.
Either way,
it's right in there.
4:47. She was
very impressive.
Going hard for the majority of that race.
And she had to run it up by herself pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is impressive.
That's a really impressive time.
Throwing down some good times on a good day for a mile. 1,600 meters to be exact, as we will now move on to the boys. In the high
now
school
the boys
division.
We've got 28 gentlemen, supposedly.
Texas leader. Now keep in mind, this was a mile.
We got a double waterfall here, right?
0.9
oh yeah.
meters.
I didn't realize that Wingard was a BYU.
From South Lake ran
they do a pretty good job with the distance there.
Yeah, they do.
Training at elevation up there in Provo, it helps a little bit.
For the 1,600 meter, Jackson Spencer from Harriman, Utah, has clocked a
This is going to be fast. We got. This is combined too. We've got 10. I think we have 10 guys under 420 in this race, and 5 under 415. I think the top time is 410 coming in. This one's going to be quick.
So this is 5A, 6A combined.
You got the top two finishers from last year's mile race in Josh Allura for North Mesquite and Andrew Malin.
This will be a good one. Andrew Thompson, Lake Highlands. Anthony
Frisco
Abeda,
Lebanon.
he had a good 2 miles last night from Keller.
Oh, they called him
Brandon
back.
Robin
What happened?
from Parkway, Zachary
Someone
Bruford
fall?
from Wiley, Andrew Milan from Frisco, Lebanon, Jonah Grind from Homeschool. Just a few of
Good
your
question. I didn't
participants
see that.
here in the boys 1600 meter. Arjun Sharma from Lovejoy, hip number 17. As they're going to be called back. Spencer Haig, Highland Parks, hip number 10. Andrew Young, Grapevine, hip number 9. Rhett Hewlin, junior for the McKinney North Bulldogs. Coach Buckhammer's junior, Rhett Hewlin, he'll have hip number 18. Definitely be one to keep eyes on. Hewlin running well this season for McKinney North.
Andrew Thompson with the top time here, 4:10 from Lake Highlands. Anthony Abeda from Keller. Shout out to Coach Gretzinger over there at Keller. He's been there for a couple years now. He's doing a great job getting things back rolling over there at Keller. Brennan Robin from Parkway, 4:14.76, and then Zach Brumfield, 4:14.87 from Wiley. 4 guys under 4:15.
Beta won the 3200 last night.
See if he can double back.
Just ahead of Malin from Lebanon Trail. Okay, looks like we've got some instructions straightened out.
And as the boys division in
Got another
mile
homeschool
race,
guy
we
there.
want to honor
From HSA,
in
Jonah
honor of
Grind,
National Athletic
4:16,
Training Month, Dallas,
6th fastest
Jesuit
time coming
Dallas
in.
would like to recognize frontline
I think the
workers,
coach over there
help
is
keeping
Mike
our
Hummel.
athletic
Remember
families
that
safe.
name?
I
Our
do.
He's
athletic
the head
trainers.
coach at HSAA.
During March,
Did a
athletic
great
trainers
job there.
across America are being recognized for their commitment to helping people
Got 4
prevent
Keller guys with the
injuries,
gold
stay
jerseys
healthy
there.
and active, and most recently, leading the way, establishing COVID-19 protocols. As healthcare professionals, they are highly educated and dedicated to the job at hand. Athletic trainers are found in high schools and colleges, corporations, professional sports,
Only
the
one
military,
freshman in the
performing
entire
arts clinics,
28-man
hospitals,
lineup.
and physician offices. Jesuit Dallas would like to salute the athletic trainers in attendance for their essential role in providing quality health care for our athletes every day. Please join us in applauding these frontline
Chance
healthcare
Anderson.
heroes
That's
during
the kid that won the
our
800.
National Athletic Training
yeah.
Month.
There you go.
You know, he's got some closing speed. You don't want that guy hanging around
No,
the last 200.
You don't want to bunch
the
up
split
and
here
just
in
take it
the
around and just wait for
boys'
someone to make a
section of
move.
the
He's
mile,
got hip number
62 to
26
64
if you're
seconds, opening 400.
picking a horse.
That's Brennan Robin from Parkway out front.
Brennan Robin, junior for Parkway. Looks to be the early
Where's
leader.
Parkway? You might know.
I do not.
I've not heard of that.
Louisiana school.
Oh, okay,
He's
okay.
one of the few.
It's cool
from,
that we have so many people come
yeah,
from all
I mean,
over.
he's
Exactly.
they're Louisiana school. C.E. Bird is a Louisiana school. There's a couple kids from some Oklahoma.
Keller doing some pack running there up in that front group.
It's a good front group. They're staying together really.
Halfway there.
Mhm.
209 approximately.
That's a solid. Well,
This is when we
we need to pick it
separate
up. Yeah.
the
men
winners from the
losers.
losers. Yeah.
The men from the boys or whatever.
Keller,
It's time to
2,
move
3,
up.
and 4. See if they can close the gap on that guy.
So Brennan Robin from Parkway leads it. Boston Bowcut is the first Keller guy you see. And then Heath Shiflett is in 3rd place. And then 4th place is a Beta, the 3200 winner.
Oh, you know he's going to have something to say here in the last lap. Hey, he's moving pretty well, actually.
It's a nice quick pace
The
being
blonde
established.
Yeah,
headed
keep an
is
eye
the-
on that
is your
kid. He's
3200
he's
winner.
moving
Way
pretty
there,
well. Looks pretty
spread out
smooth.
around the track.
I like to watch the turnover. You can see the kids that are turning over well and look really smooth.
Enforcing things,
They'll
again, that
they'll
is
finish well.
Brennan Robin from Parkway.
He still looks pretty good out front. Brennan Robin from Parkway. He's turning it on. Here he comes, though. Here comes a beta. Keller with a great showing here. Yeah, Beta's turning it on. Here we go. Let's see if Parkway can hold on. He's got his eyes on him. Oh, he's hitting the wall, man. Here we go.
200 to go. He comes in one of the top times here in this section.
He's got him in his sights, just like Top Gun.
Yeah, he is closing on him.
I've got tone. I've got tone.
Behind.
Yep. Smells blood in the water.
There's
Here we
5
go.
meters.
It's just
2 meters.
So hard. It's so hard to lead a race from the gun.
Just past him.
So we got a double. Got a back.
Yeah, Beta's going to double the distances here in Dallas.
That's impressive.
The senior for Keller.
His teammates.
4:12. What a race.
Nice
That
run.
is quick.
Again, great conditions for distance racing.
4:12.22 for Anthony Abeta.
Parkway will go 4:12.78.
Just like
Oh,
0.2 of a second off the 6A record.
4:12.7
Off
is Brendan Robin.
off the
Out of
Keller kid's
Parkway.
record. The Keller has the record here, 6A. Austin Dahlquist would have been proud of that effort for sure. Coach Gretzinger is doing a great job. He came over from Eaton 2 years ago, I think. He was at Eaton for a while and did a good job building the program there, but over at Keller now, got those guys rolling.
Finishers in the girls.
Here we go. Now, is this the best race in track and field, Coach? This is it,
Well,
isn't it?
this determines a lot of
Yeah.
championships. It's like the
Finishing in the runner-up slot, Maya Easterwood
kind of
from
specialty
Capelda
teams in
Jr.
football.
goes 4:54.01.
If the kicker, if you have a really good kicker, you
And
probably
your
will win the
champion
game.
Yeah.
From
If you're both, if all
senior
things are real, I mean,
Macy Wingard,
obviously.
When I ran at Poteet for Coach Rob and Coach G,
4:47.05.
they would never tell us the score of the meet, and we were really good. We would win a lot of meets, but they would always tell us that we had to win the 4x4 to win the meet. No
There
matter
you go.
what.
There you go. I like the attitude. The Lancaster girls and the Duncanville girls.
It's a dead heat.
And for the championship, they're tied
Wow.
at
They're tied at
46 points.
46
Gosh.
So whoever wins this wins the championship for the ladies.
So we're not lying. That actually is true.
It is true.
They used to lie to us all the time.
It's a tie ball game.
Get those exchanges ironed out. And
Just pull them.
Well,
That's
Lancaster's
probably
got
the-
the top time at 3:43, and Duncanville's at 3:45, so we
So
should see some fireworks
this
here.
is going to be tight.
Here they come.
And this is where you get to be interesting because the exchanges, how many times the USA dropped the stick
Oh, I know.
in
I mean,
the
and they're
4x4?
right next to each other there. You see the lane assignments on the screen.
Hey, Red Oak 3:49 at the third fastest time here.
Yes, they do. And it's interesting because we put a young lady on there, the little girl that took second in the 100-meter, Zariah.
Oh, got some speed on
Yeah,
there.
so this is what she normally doesn't race in. I mean, she has raced it before, but we're kind of loading it up, so to speak.
Okay, so you think it's going to be, you're predicting a surprise, an upset
No.
victory here?
I'm surprised, but it's going to be competitive between those three.
He guaranteed victory earlier. He just didn't want to say that on the.
No, we got some good kids.
This will be a good race.
This should be a good race, bottom line. But Lancaster's got some go-daddies, as they like to say, the girls that can go, and so does Duncanville. They do a great job at Duncanville.
This is another one of those where I feel like, they're really great programs. They emphasize these handoffs, and the handoffs, you'd think in the 4x4 that it doesn't mean as much, but it matters
Oh, it
so
does.
much, especially on
To-
this level.
To pull the incoming runner, not
Oh,
leave
yeah.
them,
Yep.
but to pull them, to get them to.
Which is hard to do when you've run 400 meters. You don't want to be pulled anymore at that point.
Well, at this time of year, they know to run through the
Oh,
person.
yeah.
I bet.
No doubt.
These good teams know we're not just handing off and stopping. Now, can I, in the second and third exchange, actually third exchange we're talking about, when I give the stick, can I stop and just stand there on the track?
I don't suggest you do that. I think
No, but you have the right to do that. If you move in front of somebody
Oh,
and
yeah,
they hit you,
yeah.
then it's what? it's a disqual. Yeah, it's a D or DQ. Yep. So the best thing to do is till everybody clears.
Let everybody go by you and then move off.
Just don't move, because you have that right to that as long as you're not impeding another runner.
Yeah, that was the results from earlier, those other races. Look like.
All right. Oh. Now, most people on this get the stick. Whenever they get the stick, they do their splits.
Oh, yeah.
But it's got to be in the middle of the zone.
I
Because
know.
you're not letting one girl run 430 meters.
Right, yeah,
410 meters or 390 meters. You want them to run 400 meters to get their split time.
Capel third with 34. And listen to this. On the track, tied for first, Duncanville and Lancaster, both with 46 points. What a way to conclude this meet.
Okay, the ladies are behind their blocks.
Yeah, they're still standing in the track. Now they're sort of clearing the track, the officials are.
Here we go, gun is up. On your mark.
And our girls' division is off, and watch this one. It's going to be good. McKinney North.
Duncanville's out.
Duncanville.
Looking real good. They made the stagger up.
Lancaster, Lovejoy, Skyline, Red Oak.
Yeah,
she'll come back.
And some of the best girls track and field programs
may have gone a little
in
bit
the
too
state
hard
of
in that
Texas
first
here
150.
on the track. In the 4x4, McKinney North running out of lane 1,
that
Nelson
stagger.
2, Red Oak 3, Lancaster 4, Duncanville 5,
yeah.
Lovejoy 6,
We're going to see who
Skyline
wants to.
7, and Crandall in
See if
lane
Duncanville
8.
responds when
And
she
look at
passes
the
her.
grouping there in the middle of
And
the
she's
track.
on the inside.
Crandall on the
Lancaster,
outside.
Duncanville's coming
Duncanville,
back now.
Lovejoy,
It's a three-turn stagger.
Red Oak.
For
So
another 100
actually,
yards.
What a
Lancaster
race.
has the edge because they're on the inside lane,
Yeah.
by the curve.
Yeah, because
It's
they
good to
don't
see
have to.
Duncanville respond, though. Ooh, it's good. Good handoffs there. It's going to be close. Coming
Crandall
off
with
the
a rough
stagger.
handoff in lane 8.
Lancaster with the
Another
slight
40,
edge.
40 meters before they can fall
Coming to
down.
the break.
And what a surprise, Lancaster and Duncanville
Cut in a little bit early, but maybe
out
not.
front.
And Bernard's the second leg for Red Oak, the little 100-meter girl. And she's
Red
trying
Oak's
to,
making up some ground.
she's trying to make it interesting. These are really good, little 10th graders are a really good athlete.
We had said that we're just probably going to be a
And
3-horse race, and
Duncanville
that's what it's
Lancaster
looking
tied for
like.
the team totals.
Red Oak looks good. Just going to pass Duncanville. Here we go.
Yep.
Going to give Lancaster a run for their money here.
And Red Oak making up ground on Duncanville
That was a good
on
leg
that
for Red Oak
second
there.
leg.
Yeah, it was a
What a
great
great
leg.
second leg for Red Oak.
Red Oak's hanging in second.
Lancaster, Red Oak,
with about
Duncanville.
a 15-meter lead.
And here comes Duncanville.
Oh, she's moving.
Yes, she is.
Lovejoy currently running in fourth.
That was a
But
pretty big
this
gap,
is Lancaster
though.
and
A lot to make up
Duncanville
there.
and
See if
Red Oak.
can hold on to Duncanville there.
20-yard lead.
Lancaster is pulling away. But
Lancaster, your area leader at
we got
3:43.39.
another leg to go.
That's set at the Panther
The
Relays.
anchor.
Shadow Creek,
Seen some crazy
3:33
anchor
is
legs,
the
haven't
state
we?
leader.
Yes, we have.
Also the national leader.
Yes, I was
And the
there and
national
watched
record
Kennedy
in the
Harrison
girls
get passed by
4x4
Matthew Bowen
3:31.
Oh,
at state
Set
meet.
by Montverde, Florida
Kennedy was a heck of a
in 2024. And into the
All
anchor
right,
leg we
Lancaster's
go.
got it
Come on,
first.
let's go. Pull.
They got about a
Lancaster,
15 meter
Duncanville,
lead or
Red
so,
Oak.
15, 20 meters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Duncanville, Red Oak got some,
Red Oak coming
got
hard.
some spice here. Lancaster's got too big of a lead. Got a good race here for second,
And the
though.
order remains
Yeah, right there, winner.
Lancaster, Duncanville, and Red Oak.
Hey, they're closing the gap a little bit.
They have exact same thing I was thinking.
Boy, if Lancaster, if she rigs up,
Yeah,
it might be a race.
yeah, I agree.
Lancaster,
about 15 meters.
100 meters to go.
Ain't over yet.
No, it's not.
Duncanville and Red Oak.
Ah, just
It's
too big of a
holding,
gap.
holding still.
340,
Lancaster
341,
will go
342.
340, 344.
Oh,
Sorry,
almost a meet record.
343.75.
Just four.
Checking statistics.
0.4 of a second off of it.
343.39 was the
Wow.
area leading
Great race.
best.
Great race.
They go 343.75 today. Duncanville goes 345.24. Red Oak goes 346.33. Lovejoy goes 352.17. In the boys, 5A 1600 meter run. In third, Andrew Malin from Frisco Lebanon Trail, 420. In second, Joshua Lara, the junior from North Mesquite at 419.79. And your winner, Brennan Wabbin from Parkway, the junior, clocks at 412.70. That was the 5A division
As there
in
you
the
see
boys
the
mile.
1600 meter boys results from 2 races ago.
412. He's booking it.
Great race from Abeda and Robin.
And the Lancaster girls will win the meet on the girls' side, courtesy of the 4x4.
And there it is, yeah, they went 66 to 62. And now we have 7 sections of the boys, and they're combined 5A, 6A. So got to do some double checking on who's who. But currently in the 5A boys standings, Lovejoy with 69 points, Timberview with 61.
And as we prepare for the boys sections
And then
of
the 6A boys,
6A, 5A combined 4x400 meter relays.
Larry Nelson
there has
with
been some
46,
exchanging around
Lake Ridge
of
with
teams
40,
due to some teams pulling out.
Waxahachie 34.
So your lineup in what now becomes Section 1, which was originally Section 2, but it will be our first section of boys. But we will call it Section 2 for clarity. Carrollton Newman Smith will be running out of lane 1. Lake Highlands will be in lane 2, the Colony in lane 3, Keller Timber Creek in 4.
Yes.
Crandall will be running in lane 5, Granbury in 6, and Allen will be running in lane 7. That's what was Section 2 is now Section 1, but still Section 2, if you know what I mean, in the boys 4x400 meter relay.
In the boys 4x4, we have 6A, 5A combined. We have 7 sections.
Yep, as there you see the 4x4 girls results from the last race.
Here goes Heat 1. Section.
I think they did some combining of a couple
Yeah, I
of
was gonna
heats. 'cause
say.
in the live results, it's saying Heat 2, so I think some dropped out of Heat 1. And they just beefed
Combined,
up Heat
yeah.
2.
The last section has 7 teams under 320, so that should be pretty quick.
Yes.
3 teams around 315 or better. your pick.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see what they do here.
I'm surprised Fossil Ridge hasn't run faster than 323 with all those guys they have.
Granbury and all white here. So it leads. The Colony in the gold.
That's going to be Granbury with the lead.
Top.
Granbury followed by Newman Smith. The Colony. And Crandall. Crandall making a big move down that final stretch into the third exchange. Can Granbury still with a sizable lead?
And you've got Granbury,
by
right?
Crandall,
Yep.
Newman Smith, and the Colony.
Comfortable lead there.
Let's see where they're at.
Yeah, those guys are clawing back.
And coming into
Interesting
the anchor leg, still led
And
by
we're 2:35 running, so this is not
Granbury,
going to be, they're not going to break 3:30.
the Colony, Newman Smith, and Crandall in that order. And into the
Or it
anchor
should be
leg.
close, let me put it that way.
Colony making a run at it.
Crandall, the Colony, Newman Smith, and Granbury with the lead.
Well, he's done better now.
Granbury with the lead. The Colony.
100 meters to go.
And 100 to go.
Held him off.
Granbury looks like they will hold on here in this section of the boys. 4x400 meter relay. Granbury.
328.
Colony, Granbury goes
328.70
328.78.
was the winner of Granbury.
The Colony
anchor
will go
leg.
329.63.
And the Colony 329.63.
Carrollton Newman Smith goes 332.56, and Crandall will go 332.73.
All right, the second section. Fort Worth Christian's in there. This should be South Grand Prairie, Dallas Highland Park, Fort Worth Christian, Temple, Euless Trinity, Hearst Bell, Arlington, and Midlothian Heritage.
Gun is up. Sam Houston.
That's right. Arlington, Sam Houston.
And here in section 2, South Grand Prairie,
Okay,
Dallas
we've got
Highland Park.
officially six
Fort Worth
teams
Christian,
running.
Temple, Euless Trinity, Hearst Bell, Arlington, Houston, and Midlothian Heritage. Here the lineup
Lanes 5 and 6 are vacant.
in section 3 of 7 scheduled, but will be down to 6.
So, Coach, on the 4x4, what would you do? Would you put your fastest leg where?
And coming into their first exchange, try and get
It's a debate for years.
ballpark
You know, I've
splits
heard
for these
people
guys. 50,
put 'em
51
second,
seconds on
People put him
first
third.
exchange
I've
out
heard you always
there
hide
in
your
the lead.
slowest leg third.
Generally, third leg is slowest, yeah.
But some people like to get a big lead and try to hold on. I mean, I've seen it all kinds, but the anchor typically is where you want your fastest guy, it seems like.
Well, it depends on, again, how even they are, how much disparate. You can't be, if you're not in the race, I don't care how fast your fastest guy, you got to be in the race. He can't be 100, unless his name's Johnny Lamb Jones, and it's 1976.
Man, I heard that. My dad told me that story. That's a tall tale that gets faster through the years.
Well, Johnny actually had it on tape. I watched it. He was back there in that old black and white video. And he came from like 40 meters, 50 meters back for Lampasas. That's a good pull.
Midlothian Heritage with the lead and the exchange into the third leg.
Is it Sam Houston?
That's Heritage in
Heritage
first.
also having a good weekend here
Some good
at
athletes
the
there.
Highland Park in second.
Jesuit Ranger Stadium.
Well, we'll see what their third leg has for them. I liked a good, solid first leg. You're right, the third leg should be the slowest.
And then everybody else coming
but probably
in.
My second fastest is my anchor.
Cluster.
Depending on, unless how even, if they're really
with
even.
the first exchange into the anchor legs.
And it depends on psychology of the student athlete.
Also
because
matchups.
Some people like, some people like
In that chase pack, South
to
Grand
run from
Prairie
behind
and Temple.
to catch. And then some people like to run from like you're being chased.
Yeah.
South Grand Prairie up to second now.
Midlothian Heritage
Midlothian
hanging on.
Heritage.
Pretty strong.
Chase
Gap's
Bell
closing a little bit.
on the anchor leg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's closing big time now. Here they come.
Here comes the anchor leg.
And he's going to hang on for the win here in.
Who's that in third? That was a big close.
Section
That was a
3.
big close for the anchor.
Midlothian Heritage will go 3:27.83. South Grand Prairie 3:29.16. That was Lemuel.
Midlothian Heritage 327.83
on that anchor.
South Grand Prairie 329.16. Fort Worth
Dallas
Christian,
Highland Park
the guy that closed it, great job, 329.34.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the good news about Northwest Northwest High School, Justin Northwest, I know who the anchor leg is not today.
Yeah.
Cooper Lookenhaus.
He is not allowed to be.
He's not allowed to be here. Although he probably would like to run it. No, I don't know if he'd like to run it for fun, not just to have a 400 meter for fun.
We're expecting to see North Garland, Louisville Hebron.
I think last year when he ran the 46:30 at state, that was impressive. That was real impressive. After setting a state record in the 800 meter. Not too many 10th graders can come back and double like that.
Not at all. All right, here we go.
And here's our third heat. And in this heat, we've got 5. 6?
Yeah, no lane 2.
I got you. I missed 8. Guy in lane 8. By the wall.
Looks like Keller Fossil Ridge made up a big stagger in 4. Or 5, rather.
So into our first exchange, low 50-second split.
North Forney.
Oh, is that North Forney?
Yeah, at the front. Well, excuse me, that's in blue. Yeah, that's North Forney in front. Well, you better shift to gear now, guys.
Marcus guy looks like he wants to pass him, but he didn't want to do it on the curve, so he'll do it on the straightaway here.
Coming into the second.
Good job. That's a great handoff.
143.
He actually turned and ran and then looked back. That's textbook.
Oh, but this is going to be a good battle here. That's
Louisville
North Forney.
Marcus with the lead. And the challenge looks to be Rock Hill.
Marcus going to hang on. One leg to go.
And Marcus, third leg, running well.
Yep, doing a great job. That was a great third leg.
Yeah, they had some good handoffs there.
That'll be Carter
Excellent.
Poe.
Pulled him real well.
He will give the
Here we go.
baton to
See if Mike
Caleb
We get
Steen, a
a
freshman.
20-meter lead.
Well, they're all in lane one by then, so yeah. But in the first part, you do. And the second leg can cut in.
That's
over
Marcus. That's Fire Mountain Marcus.
Here. Yeah, Marcus, they look good.
Yeah, look good. Look real good.
Ranch View?
I think they've changed.
And around the final curve comes
He's
the
going to
chase
close in
pack.
on him.
Steen looking to hold on.
Oh, maybe not. Too big of a lead.
319. This should be. There you go. Nice.
And he will. Caleb
323.
Steen, the freshman, will hold off the upperclassmen.
323.59
They're in section
by
4
Louisville
of 7.
Marcus.
Mile
North
relay.
Garland,
Clubhouse.
326.08.
323.59. North
So
Garland
they're
clocks
leading.
326.88.
North Garland,
Forney
yeah,
will go
326.08. And North
326.28.
Forney,
C.E.
326.28.
We'll go 326.60.
That's why you can't let up. You got to run through the finish.
That's exactly right. Your sections by time.
And our lineup in section 5 of 7, Garland, Naaman Forrest, scheduled to be running out of lane 1. Lucas
All
Lovejoy
right. Section
running out of lane 2.
4.
McKinney North will be running in lane 3. Cedar Hill coming out of lane 4. Keller Fossil Ridge out of lane 5. McKinney Boyd will run out of lane 6. Princeton, lane 7, and Rock Hill will get the baton
full one,
around
full
the track, running out of lane 8.
CD 1 and 8.
You're
It's
correct. No
scheduled to
one's
be
named.
Rock Hill. But
At this time of the
Lead off
time
leg
of a meet,
for
we have people
Naaman
that
Forrest will be Richard Johnson
get
for
it nicked. Or,
Lovejoy.
you get ready for
Bear,
district, you do not
Toyuka.
want that.
For Cedar Hill in lane 4, Marion Barnett. McKinney Boyd
You want to get the work in, but you want to be
will be
healthy
running out of
coming
lane
out of
6. Princeton, Mason
And
Williams,
stay healthy.
and Rock Hill,
Especially coming
Cannon
into district.
Fane.
here. Absolutely.
Start.
no lane 4, Cedar Hill.
And for
North in
McKinney
3.
Boyd, lead off Oluwamam
Lovejoy in
Gabase
2.
Adenican, the lead off
McKinney North has always had good.
runner for McKinney
4x4
Boyd there
teams.
Yeah, they
in
do a
lane
great job.
6.
They are outstanding at work over at McKinney North.
Oh, Lovejoy on the inside.
Here he
Big
comes.
move. Big arms.
Let's see how the exchanges go.
Lovejoy's in first.
And looking
Lovejoy
at
and
the
Boyd.
exchanges down on the inside, it looks
Oh, yeah.
like Lovejoy is outrunning
McKinney
well
North
along
is,
with
Said
McKinney
no.
North.
He's reeling them back in.
District bunkmates.
Interesting, it's cut in here. Man, North
McKinney
kid
North
looks smooth.
challenging Lovejoy there in lane 2. North in 3. Down on the inside, that's Naaman Forrest. And they make their break down to the rail. It's Lovejoy.
Making him run on the
and
outside.
North running
Yeah,
1 and 2.
that was pretty strategic there by Lovejoy. He stayed in his lane so McKinney North couldn't cut in. Yep.
Here we go.
Here it comes.
This is going to be
That knee drive, coach.
Possibly now they're in lane.
That's a strong kid right there.
That's a very
There
strong
goes
young
North.
man.
Not a big move from
Kenny
North,
North
and a
first.
big move also as well. On the outside,
Oh,
Cedar
this is
Hill,
gonna be
but
some
this
fireworks
is
here. We
North
got 4 teams in the mix now.
and Lovejoy.
This is competitive, very competitive.
Is that Princeton?
That is Princeton with the P on the chest.
Princeton's in the gray.
Ooh.
Fastest growing city in
Oh,
America.
dropped the baton,
Oh,
but he kind of got
no.
bumped.
Princeton
Was there
moving well
contact
there
on the baton?
On the rail.
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
That's going to be a DQ.
Judge is down there.
If the judge, if you didn't see it, you can't call it.
Why did he not? Why is he? Well, now, don't do it now.
That's
He
Reese
should
Revelle.
have done that earlier.
Yeah, he should have done that earlier, but
I think he was
he won't
expecting
he
a
won't get to-
stoppage or something on it.
He may have a talk with coach after that. Hey, we still got a race here.
I've seen people get it knocked out of their hands.
Keller Fossil Ridge with the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Plano East.
I don't. Yeah.
Fossil Ridge now in first.
Oh, Fossil Ridge. Okay.
I appreciate this kid's competitiveness. I know he's out of the race, but he wants to have a good split. Print from Princeton. No, excuse me, that's McKinney North, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, they're going to run a pretty solid time. Nice. I was thinking they should have been in the fast heat. They got some horses over there.
3:21.55 for Fossil Ridge. So that puts 3:21.55 for Fossil Ridge, 3:23.92 for Lucas Lovejoy, and Princeton with the 3:24.38. And proud of kids from McKinney North picking up and finishing well. That brings, we've got a couple more sections, section 5. We'll have Northwest Eaton, Mansfield Legacy, Northwest Nelson, Waxahachie, Lancaster, DeSoto, Dallas Jesuit, and Plano. See if they fill all the lanes up here.
This should be a good race. Good competition.
Don't see anybody in lane 8, so Plano will be out of this one. Guns up. And they're off. And there's 4 teams running.
Teams out on the track of the 8 that were scheduled here in section 6
So
and 7.
Lancaster, Jesuit,
Yeah.
Eaton, and Legacy.
And we believe in orange. We vote.
Jesuit kid looks pretty strong.
At Lancaster.
Lancaster in first, Jesuit right there.
They're breaking.
Nice stride with the Jesuit kid there. He's closing in on him.
Mm-hmm.
Jesuit kid's fighting there. Let's go. Good battle there. Who's that in third? Oh. Jesuit kids at some nice strides. First place, Jesuit.
We're not taking it. Here we go.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. That's a strong kid right there.
Legacy.
Eaton's trying to close in and
Yep.
get in the mix.
Definitely. Eaton's after it. This gives the kids a good little chance to compete because they're all together. See what's it?
There's a heck of a leg.
Yeah, legacy. And here comes Lancaster.
Whoa. Nice finish.
Mm-hmm.
That's difficult when they change positions like that because the guy you're running for may not be in the lane you're running in. So you
pay attention.
The rule is what position they come off the curve.
I was about to say, is it
the curve,
90?
If the curve right there when they come in, that's the position they got to stay in. So if your kid is in third position, you're the third one up.
Okay.
And then you just go to first position. You don't get to move people around. You have to lock in that position by rule.
A good battle here. Lancaster challenging on the outside.
Mm-hmm. There goes Legacy. It looks like Lancaster's going to take the heat, or the section, I should say. Going to take the section in 3:23.42.
The freshman Harper Williams anchoring that for Lancaster.
Wow. It's a heck of a leg there.
And Legacy, 3:23.78. And now,
so on that
the
final
last
400,
section,
excitement
section 6.
between Lancaster and Legacy. Sorry, my handheld mic went dead
This
right there at
should
the
be
last.
fast.
But a great
Houston
finish
Lamar with
there
a
down the
3:13.6.
home stretch into the finish, and we've got
moving.
one more race to go, section 7. This section we will have scheduled to see Red Oak running out of lane 1, Tioga out of lane 2, Dallas Skyline in 3,
4-point lead
Houston
over
Lamar
Duncanville.
running out of lane 4, Mansfield Legacy in 5, Duncanville
Lucas
in lane 6, North Crowley in 7, and scheduled for lane 8 is
Lucas
Aubrey.
Lovejoy has 69 points, Mansfield Timberview at 61.
I don't think this has been added yet, so.
No, it has not. Because they're both 6A and 5A boys together.
Yeah, it's just.
They're going to have to wait and sort it out at the end. They were trying to get these 6A, 5A.
And we got a full
players.
house
Here
for
we
this
go.
one, so
Oh, crud.
what a way to wind up the 61st
Missed that
annual Jesuit Sheaner Relays here at Dallas Jesuit Ranger
Houston
Field.
Lamar team to watch. They already made it to stagger.
All right, Jaden.
Yeah, Lamar kid's got a heck of a lead.
Into the home
Stagger on
stretch,
everybody.
staggers still look relatively
Dead on the
even.
outside. North Crowley out there?
Making their saves there at 46, 47, 48 on that leadoff leg, unofficially.
All right, so
North Crowley there
Lamar.
in lane 7, down to
Lamar
the
at
inside,
4.
running out of lane
And
4.
Crowley.
Oh, yeah.
Houston
This is gonna be a good
Lamar.
race. There's Tioga.
So Houston, North Crowley,
Tioga's got some horses out there.
Tioga Also a team having a great showing here at the Sheaner Relays.
Man, look at that kid.
Tioga currently running in third. North Crowley, Houston Lamar.
Yes, it's north of Denton.
Yeah.
Into the third leg. North Crowley, a
Crowley
good
hands off
exchange.
first.
Got a bit of an edge on North Lamar on that exchange. North Crowley, Lamar, Tioga.
They've got some really good kids over there.
Won the state championship in basketball, didn't they?
I'm not sure.
Man, they got a nice lead.
Yeah, this is strung out a little more than I expected.
And coming into our final exchange.
I have to assume they
North Crowley, Lamar, Tioga in that order.
That's true.
And the anchor leg at 2:28 gets the baton.
I think he's going to go after him. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
North Crowley, Lamar,
He's got him in his
Tioga.
sights. Oh, man. He's going to track him down.
Nathan Butler Bryant,
Reeling him
the
in.
senior on the carry for North Crowley.
Man, that kid's running hard.
Lamar anchor
Lamar's
is Jordan
anchored by
Godfrey.
Jordan
He is.
Godfrey.
He's gonna pass him.
Godfrey,
Wow.
Butler Bryant,
That's saving your
and
fastest
watch
guy.
this.
Oh, yeah.
Lamar and
Oh,
North Crowley.
what
a race.
Lamar and North Crowley, and it's going to be Lamar. Houston Lamar comes north to the Dallas area. And will score a win in the final section, the final race of the day. They go 3:17.66. North Crowley goes 3:17.95. And Tioga will throw 3:19.88.
Great finish to the meet.
Mm-hmm.
And team scores in the 5A boys division. In fifth place, Denton Ryan with 34 points. Red Oak will finish in fourth at 35. Keller Fossil Ridge with 42 points. In third, Mansfield Timberview in second with 61. And your 5A boys team champion in the girls. Girls champion
This was an
Lancaster
exciting day,
with
that's for sure.
66 points. That came down to
Enjoyed
that
it.
power
Set
relay
4 or 5 records.
between Lancaster and Duncanville.
Saw a high
and the
jump
5A
kid go
boys
7-1.
division team scores.
Break a record that had been
For a long while.
on the books since 1992.
Well, that's a couple of days.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's only like 3 or 4 older in the whole meet.
Yeah, Sotomayor
And
got
we'll
his.
wait for those
That was in
scores to
93.
become
when he went
finalized.
245, 8 feet, a little over 8 feet. Javier. Well, and the field events were pretty good today too, in colder conditions.
Oh, yeah. It definitely got warmer now. The sun's finally coming out.
Finally, took all day, right? Well, again, thank you for having us.
Mm-hmm.
Our day here at the track comes to a conclusion. We would like to see everyone in attendance here have a safe trip home. Congratulations to all today's athletes and teams, and for all the weekend's outstanding performances. We're grateful to our corporate sponsors for their commitment to the Jesuit Sheaner Relays, and we would like to offer our deepest gratitude and sincere gratitude to our officials, coaches, staff, and volunteers for ensuring an outstanding experience for
If we
today's
can
student
roll through
athletes.
some of our field event results here.
Have a good night. Good luck for the rest of the season. For those going down to the Texas Relays, I'll see you there. Good luck at your district meets the following week. and those advancing on to area regionals and the state championships.
Girls triple jump, Dory Davis from Mansfield Summit.
In the 5A boys division, in the 4x400 meters, Lovejoy will finish up in fourth at 3:23.92. Keller Fossil Ridge will go 3:21.55. Red Oak will go 3:21.30. And your champion, Tioga, will go 3:19.88.
Chris Pace from Denton Ryan, 46.
In the 6A boys, in fifth, Mansfield Lake Ridge at 3:23. Lancaster at 3:23.42. Skyline at 3:22.54. North Crowley at 3:17.95. And your champion, 6A boys, 4x400, Houston Lamar, at stellar finish at 3:17.67 by Jordan Godfrey. "5A boys team totals: Denton Ryan in fifth at 34, Red Oak in fourth at 51, Keller Fossil Ridge in third with 54. I'm sorry, Denton Ryan at 34. Fossil Ridge at 54, Mansfield Timberview in second at 61 points, and your team champion,
in the triple jump for the 6A boys,
Jesuit Sheaner Relays, the Leopards of Lovejoy with 77 points.
Finished fourth last year, comes back to win it this year.
6A boys tied for fourth, Waxahachie with 34, and North Crowley at 34, Keller with 36, Mansfield Lake Ridge with 44,
girls high jump,
and your team champion, 61st annual Jesuit Sheaner Relays, northwest of Nelson, with 46 points.
Chesney Beeman from Mesquite Poteet jumps 5 feet 8 inches. Last year she won the event, jumping 5 feet 9. The 5A boys title goes to Ty Moina, 6 feet 6 inches. Chris Pace from Denton Ryan, second. Here was one of our record breakers for the day. Ryan Janik from Allen goes 7 feet 1 inches in the 6A boys high jump. Breaks a record here at the Jesuit Dallas Sheaner Relays that had stood since 1992 when Ryan Ledlow of Odessa went 7 feet even. Janik tried to go a little higher just to increase his height like you do, but failed on all 3 attempts, but still gave the crowd some excitement when he cleared 7 feet earlier in his day. Girls shot put, Brianna Davis also repeats the junior from Red Oak High School, throws it 4 feet further than last year, 48 1.5 inches. Ainsley Brammer was second. She was third a year ago. The senior from Capel. 5A shot put, Damari Ruth from Denton Ryan wins it. Lexington Harper and Preston Kwan of both of Lovejoy finish second and third. Harper was second last year as well. Junior will be back next year to see if he can win the shot put title. 6A boys, Micaiah Kennedy from LD Bell wins gold. Caden Bram and Yaroslav Agafanov from Plano West is third. To the discus throw. Girls discus, Brianna Davis sweeps the shot in the discus, throwing at 158.8. She was the runner-up last year as a sophomore. Boys 5A discus, Caden King, 167.3. A little further than almost a dead heat in second and third with Jamar Weathers of Timberview and Damari Ruth from Denton Ryan. In the 6A discus, Caden Bram repeats the senior from Northwest Eaton, 179.8. 10 feet further than last year. Girls pole vault, another repeat winner, Kiara Bowman. Goes 13 feet, better than her winning vault of last year of 12 feet 6 inches. Boys 5A, Grayson Richardson of Grapevine wins it by more than a foot over the field. Six A boys, Evan Jichang from Big Sandy wins it by 2 feet over the field. And that is all she wrote for the field events here at the Jesuit Sheaner Relays, the 61st edition. On behalf of Josh Allen and Michael Lee, this is Brian Henry saying thank you for tuning in to our first ever multi-camera broadcast. We want to thank the fine folks at Tradio for the pictures and sound and graphics that they provided. We want to thank the mile split timing folks for providing all of the data that we use to bring you the record-breaking numbers and distances throughout the day. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast and hope you have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you and good day.